Wake up call, ain't no cap in there. We bring truth to the front, let it blast in, yeah. I'm the host with the hustle, put the city on my back. When you step in this arena, you get checked with facts. It's survival of the real, and the fake don't last. We been grinding every night, steady counting this cash. Cellulite on the screen, yeah, the game too raw. If you front for the crowd, we exposing the flaw. You know what it is, man. Somebody gotta keep it real. Cellulite, facts over feelings. Relax, or get tagged. Ooh. Lights out. City still. While they dream soft, I'm already in motion. Clock hit late, house quiet, mind still sharp. They under the covers, I'm under the dark. No noise in the hallway, no phone in my hand. Just the weight of the work and the plan that I plan. I move when they sleep while the soft ones rest. While they chase comfort, I'm still in the test. Detroit's on early, don't wait for the light. If you want it real bad, you get up in the night. Seen too many talk big, then fold when it's hard. Seen the ones who stay up, still carry the guard. So I move in the silence, no crowd, no stage. Just the same old fire that don't need no praise.
It's not like I move when they sleep. Still got that while the weak ones dream. I move when they sleep, building quiet in me. No lights, no cameras, just the grind in the chest. I move when they sleep, put the soft ones to rest. They wake up later, still wondering why I'm already moving while they close their eyes.
Bass walking heavy, organ humming low. Snare crack clean, kick pushing every blow. They sleep on the truth, sleep on the code, sleep on the men who still carry the load. I ain't mad at the rest, I just don't take part. I'd rather stay hungry than get soft in the heart. Late nights built legends, quiet hours built kings, while the loud ones slept on the realest of things. So I keep the same hours that the real ones keep. Out here still moving while the soft ones sleep.
I move when they sleep, while the weak ones dream. I move when they sleep, building quiet in me. No lights, no cameras, just the grind in the chest. I move when they sleep, put the soft ones to rest. They wake up later, still wondering why I'm already moving while they close their eyes.
Let them rest, let them dream soft. I'll be right here, still carrying the cost.
I move when they sleep, while the weak ones dream. I move when they sleep, building quiet in me. No lights, no cameras, just the grind in the chest. I move when they sleep, put the soft ones to rest. They wake up later, still wondering why I'm already moving while they close their eyes.
Still moving,
still building,
while they sleep.
I approach them with my
Hand out. Oh, hand out.
I always love the kindness of a stranger. Not a pay picket. 100%.
Uh-oh. Are those transcripts? Those look like transcripts.
I approach him with my hands out. Hey! I always love the kindness of a stranger. Hey! Not a baby. 100%. 100%. All of me for all of you.
Uh-oh. Somebody said they wanted to see the transcripts. Well, guess what, y'all? We got the transcripts. Yeah. Somebody said that the most important thing that needs to come out in this whole entire trial is the transcripts. Well, ladies and gentlemen, guess what we got? We got the transcripts. Oh, yeah. See, a lot of y'all didn't think it was going to be able to come out in time so you can run and continue to tell your lies and spew your narrative. No. Shout out to the Collin County Courthouse, right? For doing good business with the wonderful one. And when y'all know when I talk about the wonderful one, I'm talking about the one and only, the queen of the whole entire island and the sanctuary, Miss Raw B Privilege. I don't even need to be on the screen for this one, y'all. No, I don't need to be on the screen. I don't need to be up here. No, because a lot of y'all was crying and complaining and said, we want the transcripts. Well, there it is. There's the transcripts, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. And there was a few things that was highly contested in this whole entire ordeal when it came down to what exactly was said. Because a lot of people say, oh, well, this was said on this day, this was said in this time, and this, that, and the other, not that, and the third, and this, that, and the fifth, and who knows, and what spliffing, who did that, and ninja kick in the air, Hadouken, sure you can. Guess what? Now we have the official tissue transcripts. Shout out to Malcolm D in the building. What's going on, my G? Greatly appreciate you for being here. Sister Almond is in the building. What's going on? Shadow Observer's in the building. What's popping? Put a one in the chat if my microphone is working, y'all, just to make sure everything is good. Make sure all of my levels is coming through. Now, there are some highly damaging things that came on. You said I caught a bit of Nate speaking about this. Wow. This is a hot mess of ask and you shall receive, not may. Ask and you shall receive. Yes, indeed. And shout out to Nate the lawyer and for his video and his breakdown. And you know what? It took me, going to the wonderful queen, and I said, baby, I need you to do me a favor. She said, what's that, baby? What you need me to do for you, baby? I said, I need you to do me a favor. While daddy's at work, I need you to do a little digging for me, right? I need you to go do a little digging for me. I need you to find out some things. She said, oh, okay, what you need me to find out? I said, well, I heard it through the grapevine that somewhere down the line, that the court transcripts have finally been released. She said, oh, okay, all right, cool. Then she should go in the chat. Hey, baby. I said, baby, I need you to do a little research for me. I need you to go hunt down them court transcripts for me. She said, yeah, daddy, I got you. And there's a reason why I wanted these court transcripts, right? If I may talk my shit to all of you naysayers out there. Oh, Cellulite don't know what he talking about. He going off what other people saying. He don't know what he talking about. And you don't know this. And you read what somebody posted on the Twitters and the tweets. And you're right. You're absolutely right. Now we're going to read through this here transcript, at least a few key important parts to see what was reported and what was said in court and see if it's 1,000% true. And it's a few of y'all who I would name by name, but I don't want to give you that much attention. I already don't got views like the rest of y'all because I'm not really too divulgent or dependent upon YouTube like the rest of you Negroes are. But when you have to grift, right? When you have to grift, you have to do it at maximum volumes. You need as many people as possible. And the most damaging thing of all of this was the thing that tripped me out the most. Y'all want to see the thing that tripped me out the most? This was the thing that tripped me out the most, right? Thing that tripped me out the most was this. And this was crazy when I saw it. And I want all Karmelo Anthony supporters to behave just like this woman did, all right? What's her name? Janetta Brantley. Brantley. There it is. Janetta Brantley. I want all Karmelo supporters to behave like this because you know what? As much as I don't, you know, be sitting back and I'd be like, man. She changed it. She changed. Oh, there it is. Nope, she didn't change it. All right, so let me go ahead and share this with y'all right quick, right? Let me go ahead and share this with y'all. Janetta Brantley posted this on her Facebook. Let me show y'all this here image. Let me show y'all this. All right. Let me show y'all this here image. She says, hold on, take this down. She says right here, she says, before everyone starts asking, did we see the text? The answer is yes, but it's still justice for Karmelo. I want y'all to really take in what that is saying. Even though we saw the text messages where him describing himself as wanting to delete people, him describing himself and expressing his emotional spiral that he was going through because his girlfriend had broken up with him and she had reported to an adult that he was obsessed and he was stalking her and that he was a lover of knives and violence and guns. And you have a staunch Karmelo Anthony supporter who says, before everyone start asking, did we see the text? Yes. Okay, so thank you, Janetta Brantley, the woman who altered the audio for the Nolan Wells case, right? Thank you for admitting that, one, that the text messages were true and that the text messages was real. Now, Janetta, let me give you a fair warning. Anytime you tell the truth, when you tell the truth about people who don't like the truth to be told, they turn on you. And if it had not been for the fact that you're a black woman, a lot of these people wouldn't naturally support you other than the fact that you're a black woman. So I want you to remember that, Janetta. I don't want you to become the next poster girl for we only support you because you're black, right? Y'all remember that girl down there from Texas, the one who liked to act ghetto and then she got into the government position. Y'all know who I'm talking about. The one that everybody said was going to be the next president, the one that act ghetto, the one with the eyelashes, the badly built butch body chick. Y'all know who I'm talking about. But anywho, Shanini says the dude owning up to the multiple felon, we need to stand up beside him. Nope. But anywho, I don't want to bore y'all with my face or too much of my words because we got to get into these transcripts. Oh, yeah, we got to get into these here transcripts, right? These transcripts is diabolical because they are. Let's get into the court transcripts. Now, it was argued who went first in the opening statements when it came down to the Karmelo Anthony trial. Let's see who went first. The court, is the state ready to proceed? The state is ready. Is the defense ready? The defense is ready. Bring in the jury, please. And just for the record, each side has asked for 20 minutes for opening statements. Mr. Worsk, which is the state prosecutor, says, that's correct, Your Honor. Mr. Howard, which is the defense attorney, for Karmelo Anthony says, that's correct. The bailiff says, all rise. Hey, put a 1 in the chat if y'all can see this. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can see this. And then the court says, remain standing, please. Remain standing, please. Everyone except the jury be seated, please. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. No, y'all need to keep standing. Good morning. The jury, good morning. The court, how are y'all? Thank y'all for being on time. Everything went very smoothly this morning. We appreciate it very much. I gave you all of the instructions that I am legally supposed to give you yesterday. What I did not do, and I'm doing now, is to swear you all in. Each of you raise your right hand. The court, okay, put your hands down and be seated. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, the first thing we're going to do today, I'm going to have the state just to read the indictment. I don't think we talked about it during the voir dire very much. The indictment is just the roadmap of the state's case, which they have to prove each element beyond a reasonable doubt. I'm going to have the state read that indictment to you now. Mr. Worsk. Thank you, Your Honor. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. How are y'all? Good morning. Again, my name is Bill Worsk. I am one of the assistant district attorneys that represents the state of Texas in this case. As the judge said, it is now my duty to read the true bill of indictment to you folks. And it reads as follows: true bill indictment. In the name and by the authority of the state of Texas, the grand jury of Collin County, state of Texas, duly organized at the jury term AD 2025 of the 219th District Court of the said county and said court at said term do present that one Karmelo Sincere Anthony, hereinafter called defendant, on or about the second day of April 2025 in said county and state did then and there intentionally and knowingly caused the death of an individual, namely Austin Metcalf, by stabbing Austin Metcalf with a knife, a deadly weapon. And further, then and there, with intent to cause serious bodily injury to Austin Metcalf, an individual, commit an act clearly dangerous to human life by stabbing Austin Metcalf with a knife, a deadly weapon that caused the death of Austin Metcalf, against the peace and dignity of the state, signed by the foreman of the jury. The court, thank you, Mr. Worsk. Mr. Anthony, to these charges, how do you plead? Guilty or not guilty? The defendant says not guilty. What's going on? What's going on, Drip? I told you the transcripts was coming out, so now we're going to find out. Now we going to find out, right? Thank you. Have a seat. We're going to proceed to opening statements. Mr. Worsk, are you ready? Yes, Your Honor. The court, you may proceed. So I'm going to ask y'all, because people was telling me that the defense had went first, right? People was arguing me up and down saying that Sale don't know what the hell he talking about because he reading statements off of Twitter and he reading statements that's being put up on CBS and CNN and all these other news stories, when I told y'all that it was not the damn defense that went first, it was the goddamn state. So I'm going to ask y'all right now, who went first? The court, could you do me a favor? I put lavaliers on your tables. Would y'all mind wearing those during your statements so we can hear you all? Thank you, Your Honor. May it please the court? Yes, sir. Counsel, good morning again, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, Construct? So I want it to be known that the state went first. Shout out to the Angry Man channel with the $9.99 motherfucking super chat. Holla at the OG. Greatly appreciated. We got to update the graphics around here, but we still got the old school with the good stuff.
The champ is here. All right, this is my shit right here. The champ is here. This shit is crazy.
The evil genius.
The champ is here. The champ is here.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the champ is in the building. Shout out to the OG, the Angry Man. Greatly appreciate you. So, with that being said, now we know who went first. It was this state that went first. With that being said, the state says, good morning again, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. This is our opportunity to share with you what we believe the evidence will be in this trial, to basically tell you why we are all here this morning. And very simply, we are here this morning because this young man, Karmelo Anthony, on Wednesday, April 2nd of last year, 2025, decided to take a knife to a high school track meet and provoke and goad another young man who he didn't know into touching him. Sounds to me like Karmelo Anthony was being a hooligan, huh? It sounds to me like when everybody wanted to argue and say, oh, well, Cellulite don't know what the fuck you talking about. And I ain't gonna wrap in the angry man on this one because we all know how much of a damn battle that we have been fighting on these damn streets. But anyway, let's continue. Because when it came out that this man brought a damn knife to the track meet, the big question that everybody had was, well, why did he bring a knife to a track meet? Well, now we understand why he brought a knife to a track meet. It's because his spicy Latina girlfriend broke up with him and said that you ain't got no more access to the poontang. But anyway, let's continue. And the instant he is touched, he produced a hidden knife already open in his hand and plunged it into his chest, buried it into the heart of another young man, causing his death. And then he ran away. The other young man has a name. His name is Austin Metcalf. And Austin Metcalf died that day in the high school stadium because this man decided to commit an unjustified, provoked murder. That's why we are here this morning. Huh? This case has nothing to do with race. Not the damn prosecutor got to come out and say the big thing out loud that everybody needs to hear. This case is not about race. This case is not self-defense. This case is about a man for a reason or reasons unknown who took the knife to the track meet, slipped into another team's tent, refused to leave, taunted them, goaded them, and provoked them. Construct Iceon says, stop, drop the link. Construct, if you want the link, hit the super chat, big homie. Hit the super chat or the cash app. I'll stop the show if you want to drop the link. I ain't got no problem with that. But let's continue. So, and when Austin Metcalf finally went and pushed and shoved to move him out from the tent, that's when he lodged his sneak surprise attack, the folding knife that was already open. He had it plunged into Austin Metcalf's heart, an act clearly dangerous to human life. In fact, an act that took a human life that day. That is why we're here, folks. No other reason. The facts of this case are simple. They are as simple as this killing, as this murder was senseless, simply senseless, okay? Now, you are going to hear a little bit more about his deadly and dangerous actions that day. See, there was a surveillance video that morning that killed Karmelo Stadium, and you're going to see it in just a few minutes. And that video tells a story. That video shows the murder. And then you are also going to hear from numerous eyewitnesses who were there to tell you after he slipped into another team's tent, he refused to leave, asked by multiple people multiple times. Construct Icon with $2 says positive energy activates constant elevation. Absolutely. But you know who does the worst and you know who is the worst? Here, let me go ahead and put myself on the solo screen. You know who does the worst and you know who is the worst? Niggas. See, I'm a little bit perturbed, but I'm still gonna keep it cool, right? Because when it came down to it, this nigga, Karmelo Anthony, who was texting his girlfriend because she had broke up with him. Now I know why her cousin, his so-called friend that was sitting in the stadium with him. Now I know why he sat up there and said on the stand that I don't know this man. You know why? Because nigga, my cousin then broke up with you. Oh, we're going to look at those texts. By the way, we got the text. We're going to look at those texts. We're going to look at the video. We're going to look at the text message. We're going to look at the text message when he said, I want to stab somebody and I want to lick the blood off the tip. First of all, don't no grown man say, oh, I want to lick the blood off the tip. Again, just a reiteration from last night. No man in his life would ever say, I'm going to lick the tip. That's not how that works, right? So let's continue. I seen that $2 super chat that you see in Construct. Let me get through my monologue, brother. I know you want to come up here and you want to derail the show, but you ain't about that action. You ain't about that life. You ain't been involved in this argument long enough, right? And then on top of that, you think I'm about to drop the link for $2? Come on, bro. And the Angry Man didn't drop 10. If Angry Man didn't even request the link and he dropped 10, you dropped 2. What you trying to do, big homie? I'm just saying. Come on, bro. What, you want to stop the show for $2 to argue? What we doing? Okay, anyway, let's continue. Let's get back to it. People want to make it about themselves and they want to take it off what it really is. Anywho, let's continue. And finally, when Austin Metcalf said he didn't want to fight, He just wanted Karmelo Anthony to leave. And finally, when Austin Metcalf laid hands on Karmelo, after Karmelo Anthony had provoked him and goaded him, he stabbed him and runs away, tossing a knife as he runs, and he tries to slip out the stadium, running fast at first and then slowing down, trying to blend into the confusion and the pandemonium that was going on out there that morning. That's what you're going to hear. You are going to hear from the kids that will tell you about these conversations, describe exactly what was going on under the tent that morning. This was a provoked, unjustified murder. The facts are simple. The killing, this murder is just senseless. It is senseless. So let me reset a little bit. Let me rewind. Shout out to Mind Chaos Brew with the $6 motherfucking super chat dollars. Who says, I see your two and raise your four, laughing my motherfucking ass off. Shout out to the super chats. Let's continue. Earlier this morning, that Wednesday, April 2nd of last year, that morning, the district track meet was set to begin. Okay, there were several of the Frisco high schools, including Memorial High School, where Austin Metcalf went and attended with his twin brother, which they blurred out his name. Don't know why, but okay. It also included Centennial High School, where this young man attended. Okay, and you are going to hear that Memorial actually hosted that district track meet, and you are going to hear that later today from one of their coaches, Rob Starr. Rob Starr is going to come in and tell you a little bit how the track meets run, and in particular how this particular track meet ran. And because they was the host, he had extra responsibilities. Coach Starr did that morning. Knowing he would be busy, knowing he would be doing 100 different things, he needed some people to step up and take charge of the team. Get the tents up, make sure everybody was there where they needed to be. And he sent a text early that morning to Austin Metcalf and another young man, and he said, hey, I need you guys to step up and be leaders. Okay, that's the text that Austin got. And as we get to about 10 o'clock, Coach Starr would tell you there was rain in the forecast that morning. Light raindrops began to fall. That caused somewhat of a bit of a confusion out there at the track meet. Some teams assumed incorrectly they were in a rain delay and went to the buses. Some teams and some athletes that had been to the buses because of the rain, when it was slacking, started to filter back into the stadium. So let me go ahead and clear something up right quick. To all you heathens and hooligans that was trying to argue me down and call me a raccoon and say, oh, well, all you raccoon. What was that shirt that Angry Man put out earlier, baby? Let me go find it right quick. Because that thing was just too funny. Hold on. I was down laughing when I seen this short. What that short at? Hold up. What is that short? Where that short at? But there it is. Look at that. Look at I found it. Look at that. Look at that. Look at God. Look at God. Look at God. Look.
I just want an apology from everybody who called me a raccoon. I want an apology for everybody who called me a sellout. I'm the realest nigga since Pop. I told y'all that this crash out idiot planned this whole thing. Text messages have been released that on the morning his girlfriend broke up with him and he said he was gonna stab somebody and lick the blood off the blade. This is why he didn't have any character witnesses, because this nigga was a crash out.
Remember when I said I feel like he planned it?
Absolutely. Hey, watch this. You lucky I ain't got the timestamp of the live stream, because he said it on my show. Not only did the Angry Man say it on my show, he argued with Sharon about the shit. He even argued with Easy Bands. Yeah, now I'm naming names. He argued with Easy Bands about it. He argued with Sharon about it. He argued with him. I argued. Everybody argued about this one. That y'all wrong for seeing that Karmelo planned this. His girl broke up with him that morning. Right? This Latino girl, not a black woman, broke up with this man that morning. And that man said that he was ready to do anybody in at that point. Oh, yeah, he was a crash out. He was an absolute definition of a crash out. I'm about to crash out because I'm about to crash out. That's what it was. But y'all don't want to believe it. Then that's fine. That's fine. But anywho, let's continue, because I know some of y'all want this here link. So we got a few people that dropped a couple of super chats about it, but y'all might get the link, but y'all gonna have to definitely support the show more. We got 10, 12, We got 18. We at least got to get some more super chats before we open up the panel, right? We definitely got to see some more. We definitely got to see some more super chat. I don't know what y'all talking. Y'all want me to stop the show? Just you come up here and you want to argue? You say you just want to talk to me. What you want to talk, man? You know what here? What you want to talk to me about? This what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna preload the stream, y'all. And when you support the show more, then we'll get you up in here so you can come up here and you can do all your jive turkey that you want to do. Anywho, let's get back to the transcripts, right? All right, so he says, and you're going to see the video surveillance that about 6.5 minutes before the murder, Austin Metcalf and his twin brother and several other boys entered that tent. They had been at Staley Middle School, which is very close to Kundal. They had been over there saying hello to some of their former coaches. You will see them come in up to the tent. The video will show normal activity under that tent. People seated, some people leaving to go warm up. A lot of kids just sitting there, heads buried in their phone. And about 2 minutes after Austin Metcalf entered the tent, this man, Karmelo Anthony, he enters the picture. You will see the video. He comes up to those visitor side bleachers, comes up from a protected area that might have kept him out of the rain. So while all you Negroes, while all of you jive turkeys were so mad talking about why couldn't they just let him sit? The man left from out the goddamn tunnel where he wasn't experiencing no downpour whatsoever. Shout out to Tina. To appreciate you, Tina, with $10. She says, I support the truth. May my donations speak for me. I always said it was premeditated. Well, you know what, Tina? Welcome to the side of truth, not the side of the grift. I ain't got to go out here and get a whole bunch of Karmelo supporters to come up and do an interview on my live stream, on my podcast, just to get people to send me super chats. I just got to give you the truth. Either you're going to support the show or you don't. And I appreciate each and every last one of y'all that do. But see, unlike the rest of these jive turkeys that got to put on a show for the slow and they got to do it for some mo, I ain't got to lie to you just to get you to subscribe. All I got to do is give you the truth. And like I've been saying for over a year and a half, this premeditated murdering ass hooligan buffoon ass Nigma, Karmelo Anthony, Mr. Watermelon fella himself, he planned this whole entire thing out. It just so happens he didn't plan to kill Austin. He was preloaded to go to kill anybody that has slighted him in any type of way. Because why? Because his girlfriend broke up with him. What's one of the biggest things that we talking about when it comes to male psyche development and when it comes to the psychological downfalls of how it is that dudes fall into some poontang and they don't know how to get up out of it. The moment the woman want to leave, the man wants to destroy the world because why? He done fell in love. And ain't nothing wrong with falling in love. But here's the thing, to all of those blackity black, blackity first black Negro blacks, y'all don't even like mixed interracial relationships. So why y'all making the beeline anyway? Let me continue because I could cook the hell out of y'all for the rest of the night. But we got content to get through. Real content, not bullshit. Let's continue. He looks around, strolls right past two large Liberty High School tents and their athletes and their coaches. And he makes a beeline for the memorial tent. Shout out to Construct Iton with $2. He says, settle down, brother. Use this energy for better. Oh, I'm using this energy for better. Hold on, wait. I need you to understand something. Let me help you out, Construct Icon. I've definitely used this energy for better. See, I'm not out here fake praying for a damn murderer. I'm not out here saying, he was a good kid. He wasn't no damn good kid. He was a nigga. And a lot of y'all seeing him, what you wanted to see, what you wanted somebody to see in you is that you could possibly be a good kid. But see, a lot of y'all came up with these ain't shit ass mamas. So y'all don't really want me to get me started on how shit really go down. Because y'all come from this matriarchal society where y'all led by the mother because the father ain't there, but y'all listen to the pastor that's fucking your mama and everybody else's mama that's in the church house. But please don't get me started about how the downfalls and the troglodytes and the societies inside the societies of the societies inside society. It's so many things that's going on in the degenerative community that y'all don't even know where I have a foothold and what the hell y'all want to believe in. But into time, Y'all want to defend degeneracy. Anytime y'all want to participate in degeneracy, y'all find a way to monetize it. Hell, I just saw some prime USDA grade choice beef EBT today. Over why? For what? For what? You know how many listen, and I'm being 1,000% true. You know how many content creators I was cool with, even that I disagreed with them on. You know how many content creators I have split waves over this damn Karmelo Anthony situation, all because y'all wanted to see this little nigga as innocent before you can look at the facts. And I have no problem with you seeing him as innocent. But here's the problem. You can't sit here and say, oh, well, you a raccoon because you want to defend a white man. What is there to defend when a nigga send a text message saying that he want to stab somebody just because he ain't got no access to pussy no more? Like his girlfriend was the only girlfriend in existence that could be around. So you mean to tell me that there wasn't other women that could possibly this boy could date? I thought he was a 4-point average kid. I thought he was a captain of a football team. I thought he held down a job. Hell, he had a car. Hell, Karmelo, in his age, he had a job. He had most things that most niggas his age group, when I was in his age group, didn't have. Am I lying, baby? Nope. This boy was 17 with a job and a car, a good car, not no bullshit rep car. No. Take your time, baby.
You got it messed up.
I got it messed up? How I got it messed up?
He had 2 jobs.
He had 2 jobs. Honest student.
Captain of everything.
Captain of everything.
But he wasn't handsome.
Uh-oh. He wasn't. You mean to tell me that Karmelo Anthony didn't look good enough for black girls? That's why he got chosen by the Mexican girl? Oh, shit.
Remember how I've been telling you
all the time?
Remember how I've been telling you all the time that 6-figure and high value doesn't really matter because it takes more than that to actually get a woman?
Oh, shit.
Suavemente, bésame, saquero por gimnasio, is going through otra vez.
So you mean to tell me that you can get all the money, you can get all the cars, you can have all the jobs, you can get degrees, you can get specialties and every other kind of T's.
Yep.
But if you just an ugly nigga, that don't mean nothing.
Especially if you have a bad attitude and you were in behavioral.
Oh, so you mean that black women overlooked Karmelo in his age group? That's why he went with the Mexican girl.
No, women in general.
Oh, women in general overlooked him. Oh, damn. Damn, that's why that's why his mama overlooked him too. That's why he had a behavioral issue. Is that why he was in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, inside of a behavioral facility? Because this man had behavioral problems. He had impulse problems. He had attitude problems. Oh.
You know, bad attitude.
Damn.
Stifle all your opportunities.
Damn.
And you know, hombrecita Shane, she woke up and she said, hey. And he said, bitch. I'm gonna kill you, bitch. Stab somebody, I'm gonna lick the blood. That's what he said.
Coolie Cat said he ain't ugly. Hey, Coolie Cat, according to what these young girls who listening to these modern ain't shit women, according to them, Karmelo an ugly motherfucker. You know why? He ain't no street nigga. He ain't no hood nigga. He ain't no thug nigga. He ain't no scamming nigga. Karmelo, according to everything that they say about Karmelo that is good, Karmelo is a square. He has epilepsy. He got a job. He a 4.0 student. He drive a car. He live with his mama and daddy.
Well, he should because he's a minor, but I mean, there's no accounting for taste. Like,
oh, really? Mm-hmm. Okay, go ahead.
You know, Cool Cat said he's not ugly. You don't have to be ugly to not look good.
Oh.
See, Cool Cat, let me tell you this.
Mm-hmm.
There's some men that you can look at, you be like, oh, they have a great personality, and the personality takes them from a 4 to like a 7.
Absolutely.
And then there's some men you just look at, and even if they act the whole fool, you be like, heartbeat, make me feel so sweet. I don't think a lot of people know what real sexy is, what real fine is.
Oh, that's because they don't know the law of attraction. See, if niggas knew the law of attraction, then they would understand. But no, they want to run around. They want to listen to Cardi B and Sexy Red and OG. Listen, it's so many different things that all of these modern people go by. I don't know if these people really understand what real attraction actually is. But you know what though? We're gonna give everybody a little quick pause break. Let's review a little something right quick. Let's review a little something. All right, baby. Love you. Thank you. Let's review a little something right quick.
The Karmelo Anthony text messages are insane. Just look at some of these examples.
Prosecutors say Anthony repeatedly threatened to murder his girlfriend in text messages.
Uh-oh. Wait, he did what? Wait a minute. Hold on. 11/17/2021. We was fighting and I hit him in the face. I hit him so hard he had to stop fighting. Uh-oh. Wait a minute.
Examples.
Prosecutor.
Uh-oh. 5/17/2024 at 10:52 a.m. I'm shooting her. Who you shooting? I thought Karmelo Anthony was a good kid. Wait a minute. Why is this boy texting saying that he gonna shoot his girl? Oh, the defendant threatened his girl. This statement was made in a text conversation. How many bullets you want coming at your chest? This is Karmelo Anthony, the hooligan, the hoodlum, the nigga, huh? On or about June 6th, the defendant threatened his girlfriend. This statement was made in the text conversation. I'ma beat your ass. Damn. This is how a good kid talked to his girlfriend? Ramboni says, as long as the black people aren't going out throwing shit in their own faces again, listen.
Say Anthony repeatedly threatened to murder his girlfriend in text messages.
Damn.
Some of them saying, how many bullets you want coming out of your chest? And I'm going to get you expletive. He also threatened her with...
Oh, when I stabbed somebody, this was 10/10/2024. When I stab somebody, I'm going to lick the blood off the blade. Wait a minute. Why is Karmelo texting these things? Oh, you going to lick the blood off the blade? Damn, did he learn that from his father? Uh-oh. Safe to say there's nutty on both sides. Vax?
the knife in one message and told her in another, when I stab somebody, I'm going to lick their blood off the blade.
Wait a minute.
There were also text messages.
Wait, 11/17/2021. And I said the name Vicky, and she tried to start hitting me. And I was running till she pulled my hair, and she started hitting me. So I punched her in the face. Wait a minute. Time out. Hold on. So now Karmelo Anthony is a woman beater too. He put hands, feet, elbows, and everything else on women. God damn. This is terrible news. Y'all surprised? Are y'all really surprised? I'm not surprised. I'm not. Because hitting women was a natural response in the black community. This is why a lot of niggas got upset when I said I don't believe in hitting women. This is why a lot of niggas be like, man, I'll slap a bitch. I'll beat a bitch up. I don't believe in that. I don't believe in hitting women. I don't believe in putting my hands on women. If I ever feel like I got to put my hands on you, I'll leave. So for this nuance where this whole entire new culture where you got niggas literally fighting their girlfriend, full fist thrown blows on camera for likes and shares and subscriptions. Okay, yeah, you're right. Let's continue. I ain't done yet.
Messages where he admits on at least 2 occasions to punching girls in the face. In a text conversation with a friend in 2023.
Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me zoom in so y'all can see this. You mean to tell me Karmelo Anthony is a school shooter? I'm going to shoot up the school tomorrow. Wait a minute. Hold on. Where is Sharon Brayson? Where is Izzy Bands? Where is Freezy? Where is all of these people? Where's all these? Where's Puppet? Where's all of these people who said, I don't know what I'm talking about? Now, this boy said that he's a school shooter. What did he say? He said, I'm going to shoot the school up tomorrow. Terrible news. Terrible. I thought young black boys don't shoot up schools. Oops. I guess we found, I thought a pootie tat. I guess we found out that's not the truth. Let's continue.
Prosecutors have messages from Anthony where he wrote, "I'm going to shoot the school up tomorrow." In 2024, prosecutors say Anthony even attempted to assault a teacher.
You gotta see this to believe it. All right, people. Today we are back talking about the Karmelo Anthony case.
By the way, shout out to Nate the lawyer.
And it has some crazy, and I mean insane developments you will not want to miss. All right, for those of you who don't know, Karmelo Anthony is a 17-year-old who went to a track meet in Texas, pulled out a knife, and stabbed another kid after he was asked to leave that kid's tent. The other kid's name was Austin Metcalf. It became a whole racially charged thing. And eventually he went to trial and was convicted of murder and is doing 35 years in prison.
Let me interrupt you. The verdict is in. It is 35 years is the sentence, not under passion. 35-year sentence for Karmelo Anthony, eligible for parole after serving half of that time.
Now, this became a huge, ridiculous issue about race because Karmelo Anthony happened to be black. The person he stabbed was white, and it became...
All right, y'all, hold on. Forever for, how can I help you, sir? Are you coming to talk to me about Karmelo Anthony, sir?
You think that you're helping me?
I'm asking you. You said that you wanted to talk to me. You want to talk to me about what? What you want to talk about?
I want to have a conversation with you.
Okay, go ahead.
I didn't like you a long time ago, but I actually respect you now.
Appreciate that.
All right, so let's start there.
Okay.
I listened to everything that happened with Karmelo Anthony, and I do believe that he's in trouble. He's in big trouble now. He's in very big trouble now.
Okay.
I do believe that he's put in a situation, because I was in the same situation a long time ago. In the Dodo situation, I was put in a situation. That's why I didn't talk too much about it when it happened. I listened to you, and I listened to everybody else that was saying all the things, and I got it because I get it. You just like, fuck y'all. You know what I mean? But that doesn't mean it's okay. You know what I mean? So basically, and the fact the text messages came out, and he said what he said, it's not looking good for him. But I do understand this, understanding that when he was feeling bullied.
He was what? Oh, wait, hold on. Wait. Your sound was breaking up. Say it again, please.
He was feeling, all right. He felt, not that day, all right? Not that day, right? Something absolutely happened. Can you hear me still?
I can hear you. I'm just
Okay, cool.
I'm waiting on you to get done.
All right, cool. I appreciate that. I heard the text. I mean, it was from when he was in Louisiana before they even moved to Texas, right? He had some problems going on, right? Some anger issues. What young boy doesn't? But that's still not going to make him look good for this. You know what I mean? He happened to move to Texas, and now he's in trouble. I'm going to tell you right now. I can tell you right now, as a 49-year-old man, I'm probably older than you. I'm not saying I don't carry a bleed anymore. I used to when I was young. When I was his age, I carried a bleed. I don't carry it anymore.
Brother, I'm very short on time here, so I want you to get to what it is that you wanted to talk about.
When I was his age, I didn't carry a blade. But if I was his age and somebody came at me, I would have cut him. Potentially.
So do you think Karmelo Anthony's a nigga?
No.
Do you think he's a hooligan?
No.
Do you think he's a bad kid?
No.
What gives you the idea that he's a good kid? Take your time.
Do you think he is?
Do I think what?
He's a bad kid?
Oh, I know he's a nigga. And I know that he planned this whole entire thing out. I knew that this nigga was acting off emotion. He was behaving like a nigga. He wanted to test anybody that was willing to step to him. He was looking to kill someone that day. Per his own text message, this boy was violent. This boy was unhinged. This boy was uncontrollable. That's why his parents moved him from Baton Rouge, Louisiana to goddamn Frisco, Texas, because they felt that the neighborhood he was in, which is around black people, was not conducive to his behavior. That's why it wasn't productive enough for him. So after they put him in a behavioral facility, after he went through anger management to deal with his attitude problem, he was an uncontrollable kid. They moved him out the hood and they took him to Frisco, Texas to probably give him a better life. But you can take the nigga out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the nigga. So again, I'm trying to understand.
Oh, so I'm supposed to calm down. You said all of that shit.
No, you can say whatever you want.
Busta Rhymes shit. No, hold up. Pause.
It's not on Busta Rhymes. It's just the truth. This brother went. You mean to tell me that he did not go? Wait, hold on, bro. You're not gonna tell me. Hold on my show. So you mean to tell me that this? So he went to the track meet, and you think that he honestly went there with good intentions, and the only reason that Austin Metcalf is dead is because why?
Oh, I'm not even defending him.
So what is your point? I'm trying to understand what your point
is that what the new evidence.
What new evidence? This is old news to me. When I was telling everybody about this over a year and a half ago.
No, look at you. You can't even contain yourself. The new news was just that's what you want to do. Yeah, drink some water. The whole thing was that you were trying to tell everybody. I told you but he didn't really want to kill him.
So let me make sure I understand this. He stabbed him in the chest. Oh, no, wait. He stabbed him in the chest with the intent to not kill him, but to cause serious bodily harm.
I was him.
Okay, cool. So answer the question. Did he stab him with the intent to do seriously bodily harm?
He didn't know where he was stabbing him.
That's not the question. It's yes or no. Did he stab him with the intent to do serious bodily harm?
Yes.
In Texas, guess what? That's fucking murder.
Okay.
So what the fuck is we talking about?
Okay. And
this is how dumb you niggas are.
Listen to me, young brother. I'm telling you that you were right the whole time. You were right about that aspect. I did say
it's not about me. Wait. It's not about me being right. It's about the fact that people couldn't admit that they were wrong.
You got so angry because you were getting so angry. You were popping on people's chats. You were getting so angry. I was like, oh, here he is again.
Okay. So whose chat was I popping in?
I like you, but chill. You were right.
Whose chat was I popping in?
You was popping on Trey shit and somebody else's shit.
So now you policing what I'm doing?
No, at the time when it was happening, right?
Okay.
Right? Don't do that.
I can do whatever I want to do. I'm a grown man.
Well, then I can do it back, right?
Okay, cool. Then you can go do it over on whoever show or whoever panel you want to be on.
Better scramble like an egg before you get folded like an omelet, nigga. Ooh, that brother's floating in the air. How could his hands do this? Oh, someone get him out the air.
And then told y'all, I'm not dealing with stupid and ignorant no more. I'm not. And I don't give a fuck what I say. I don't give a fuck where I say it at. I don't give a fuck who I say it to. I'm going to say whatever the fuck I want to say because I'm a grown ass man. And I know how to put 2 + 2 together. And when I looked at this Karmelo Anthony situation from jump, 2 + 2 did not equal 4, bro. You can keep coming back all you want to. You can sit in the back and you can enjoy the show from the backstage. I don't care. But what you're not going to do is disrespect me on my shit, telling me what I can and can't do, and where I can and where I can't go, and what I can and what I can't say. The emails, Brittany B. But see, it's sad-ass Negroes like that brother that just came up here, Construct Icon, that said that he has so much that he wanted to talk to me about, and he's a drunkard. These are the same people that's defending this boy outright, and yet he's still sitting in the back. Look at him, y'all. This is him.
I never defended him.
Again, but you came up here to try to talk to me as if you're trying to be the authority on this whole entire thing.
You're getting upset. I'm telling you, I'm on your side.
No, you're not on my side if you're trying to tell me what to do.
You're
Not on my side if you're trying to tell me what to do.
I'm on your side,
Wait,
brother.
what's the reason why black people can't what?
Oh my God. I'm telling you, I'm on your side. I was slowly, but I'm telling you, I'm on your side.
Great. So you're on my side and you wanted to talk to me about what? What did you want to have a conversation about?
Because at first, what I was trying to explain to you is that when I watched the evidence at first, right, it looked like, right? Yes, I get it. This kid, he had a knife. I don't think he meant to kill that guy that day, but he was gonna kill somebody one day, right? Shh. Pause.
Did this nigga just shush me?
Yes, because I'm trying to explain to you the text messages, right? Did you see the text messages? It said that he was like, I'm itching to kill somebody, right?
Welcome to hell, motherfucker!
I just got shushed on my own show. I can't believe that. We're gonna go back to the content and we're gonna let that brother rest in his femininity.
This whole race issue, which was ridiculous. So where are we at now? Well, Karmelo Anthony asked that the original judge, the trial judge, be removed because they said that he had some biases against Karmelo Anthony that he had expressed during an interview. Another judge agreed with that, so Karmelo Anthony's original judge was removed, and now a new judge is looking over the case to determine if Karmelo Anthony should be granted a new trial.
Where the judge at the center of that high school track meet stabbing trial has been removed as the convicted teen is appealing his conviction.
Okay, so now this is where things get interesting. See, Karmelo Anthony's attorneys and the prosecution had what's known as a gentleman's agreement. And the agreement was simple. No past bad acts about Karmelo Anthony or the victim, Austin Metcalf, could be brought up during the trial because it would just muddy everything up. But that limitation works both ways. Where now you couldn't put, let's say, Karmelo Anthony up as this good kid if he's been doing all of this other crazy negative stuff in the past. And that was the same for the prosecution. If you knew Austin Metcalf had all these issues in the past, you couldn't make him out to be some saint. You just had to kind of just leave it alone. Now, Texas Rules of Evidence already deals with this issue. Here is Rule 404 from the state of Texas. We're going to look at Rule 8.3, exceptions for the victim. In a criminal case, subject to the limitations of Rule 412, a defendant may offer evidence of the victim's pertinent trait. If you wanted to show that the victim was someone who provoked people all the time, then that would be a pertinent trait that the defendant can show to say, hey, look, I was defending myself because this guy has this reputation. But in reverse...
Wait a minute. Breaking news. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all ready for the breaking news. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all ready for the breaking news. Especially if you're Uda on Go and Izzy Bands and Poppy Blanco and Sharon Bracey and Freezy. Put a 1 in the chat if you're ready for the breaking news. Remember, there was this argument. His attorney never said that he was a chess player. His attorney never said he was a chess player. Y'all just making that up. Okay. I said I move when they sleep. Woo-hoo! Right there. Mr. Howard, ladies and gentlemen, there has been a lot of noise around this case. We all know it. We talked about it. We talked about this in jury selection. You told us you believe less than half of what you see on social media, in media in general. And I think that's fair because there's a lot of noise about this case. A lot of completely false information. Let me zoom in. Uda on Go, Izzy Bands, and anybody else. The good thing is, as the judge has told you, you are all going to hear you're going to hear all of the actual evidence in this courtroom and only in this courtroom. Okay. There has been a lot of noise about Melo, about his family. But what the evidence is going to show is that Melo is a son. That's not a character statement. He is a brother. That's not a character statement. He is the oldest of 4. That's not a character statement. He is a friend. That's not a character statement. He is a boyfriend. That's not a character statement. He is an A student. That's not a character statement. Graduated with a 3.7 GPA from Centennial High School. That's not a character statement. While holding down 2 jobs, while he was in school, while being an athlete, playing football, playing baseball, playing track. What was this right here? What does this say? What this say, Cellulite? This says he is into chess. I thought y'all said that he never said that. Didn't I tell y'all that that's what he said? Can I? I like my apologies in all caps. I really do. I like my apologies in all caps. I really do like my apologies in all caps. But anyway, let's continue, right? Let's continue. Let's keep going. He is into chess, likes to go camping, but living here in the Metroplex, he doesn't get a ton of opportunity to. There has been a lot of noise about his family. There has been a lot of noise about both families. To be honest, a lot of unfairness. You are going to hear the evidence in this courtroom that his mom is a nurse who gave up her career as she had more kids to stay at home, to be a stay-at-home mom with her 4 children. His dad is a finance manager from a car dealership. They are from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. That's where his parents are from. That's where Karmelo was born. It is where they raised Karmelo. And like so many people, they wanted their families to have a better life, more opportunities. And so they moved to DFW Metroplex. Now, wait a minute. Didn't I get into a whole entire back and forth with a certain content creator? And I ain't going to mention no names. I might. With a certain content creator and a panelist that told me that people who move out the hood, they ain't the hood no more because they don't fuck with the hood no more. It sounds to me like Mike Howard just told y'all. Like we've been telling y'all. Like people with the brain has been telling y'all. That it was a better opportunity to get out the hood. Because they wanted a better life. Oh, I got you. Skywalker says, Joe Butter, that insanity shit needs to stop. If they deleted someone, they should be in prison for life. Facts. Brittany B says, maybe he meant breast. No, he meant chess. Chess as in a chess player. He talked about Karmelo being a chess player. That has nothing to do with the case. But anywho, it's a type they meant connect for. Okay. Shiesty asked, what's going on, brother? What's happening, my G? But anywho, I just wanted to put that out there really quick, just to let y'all know that all of the defenders of I'm not saying Karmelo is innocent. Yes, you are. You are saying Karmelo is innocent. You want Karmelo to be innocent. You need for Karmelo to be innocent. Because a lot of y'all fake blackity blacks that keep on pushing this black is black is black is black is black is black. It's not where it's at. So please, by all means, keep pushing it in. But anyhow, I had to put that out there. Anyway, let's continue. Why don't we?
The prosecutors can offer evidence to rebut it about the defendant. So it's a double-edged sword. The defendant opens the door, but the prosecutor can say, well, hold on, you got your own issues. And let's go to B. In a homicide.
Look at this angry man. Shut the fuck up. Is he still in the back? No, he's not. He's not still in the back. Construct Icon is just upset, and he's upset and he's drunk. He's upset and he's drunk because he can't get his rocks off by saying what he wants to me. even though he asked for the link and even paid for it. And even when I let him up here, he thought that my money means I can disrespect you. You don't pay me to disrespect me. You can't even disrespect me for free. So why would I let you on my platform? Oh, I gave you money. I should be able to disrespect you. That sounds like something familiar. It sounds like somebody had joined someone's membership and they got mad at them because they didn't get recognized. Anywho, let's continue. Because this show is not about construct icon.
Case, the prosecutor may offer evidence of the victim's trait of peacefulness to rebut evidence of the victim that the victim was the first aggressor. All right. So how does this work practically? Well, it's really all up to the defense. If the defense wants to bring up the fact that the victim was aggressive, they're opening the door that the prosecutor can bring up the fact that the defendant was an aggressor. That's essentially how it works. And they can bring up their past acts to prove that. Now, if you have a defendant who has a lot of bad past acts and you've got a victim with a whole bunch of bad past acts, generally they'll say, well, nobody brings up anything. And that's what happened in this case. Now, this is Karmelo Anthony's new legal team, and they are challenging this gentleman's agreement. They're saying that their client...
Shout out to the angry man. He said, I disagree. That is not an angry man. That is an inebriated, an extremely inebriated man. Construct icon just want to argue, and I don't feel like arguing with nobody right now. Listen, if I'm gonna argue, it got to mean something. It got to mean something for me to argue now. I don't know what happened. Something happened when I got married, and then something also happened when I matured, and then my father passed away. I just don't have time for dumb shit and bullshit games no more. I really don't. Omni says, blacks can't read. That's why liberal white coddle them with the bigotry of lower expectations that as depicted in the teacher on Everybody Hates Chris. That's a fact. A lot of people just went over a lot of people's head, what you just said, Omni. It really did. And I wonder who's going to wake up tomorrow on Saturday and put me on the thumbnail and be talking Schmidt. I wonder who's going to wake up and put me on the thumbnail. I don't think anybody would. They're probably going to wait till Monday, right? Because then they get to rally behind all their troops, even though, they go on their own shows and people don't even send them their own super chats. It's sad that the host of a whole show who has another content creator on his panel has to send himself money or send the content creator money that's on his panel just to keep him on the panel because his own supporters don't even support him. Don't you think that's fucked up? Don't you think that's fucked up? Construct icon says positive energy activates constant elevation. Yeah, but you know what? You know what doesn't activate constant elevation? The turning up of a bottle. Nigma behavior. Niggas behaving like niggas. That does not help your situation, right? And when niggas just want a pass just to be all the niggas that they want to be, that's how you end up in a situation where Karmelo's in one. Anywho, let's continue.
And was unable to testify because if he did, the prosecutor said that they would use his past bad acts against him when he testified. So they're saying that essentially violated the agreement because the prosecutor said they weren't able to do that. They shouldn't do that. And now they want a new trial. But that's one reason out of many they want the new trial. So they went to court, and while they're in court, we get to learn about this past bad acts that both sides were trying to hide. The prosecution didn't want the public to see Austin Metcalf's prior bad acts, the stuff that he was doing. And the defense didn't want the public to see Karmelo Anthony's little bad acts, the stuff that he had done. So because Karmelo Anthony's team is asking for a new trial, these things had to become public. So they did. Now we're going to watch a news report who are going to go over both the bad acts of Austin Metcalf and the bad acts of Karmelo Anthony and the things that they've done in the past. And I'm going to say it is pretty insane. It's like Karmelo Anthony stuff is insane. Austin Metcalf stuff is pretty bad too. But Karmelo Anthony stuff is like next level stuff. Now, before we get into the video, here's a quick message from this video sponsor, ZocDoc. Okay, raise your hand if you've been putting off doctor's appointments, dental cleanings, annual checkups, eye exams.
I appreciate the promo, Mr. Nate the lawyer. You know I got love for you, big dog. But I can't do the promo. I can't do the promo. That's they promoting you, brother, not me. All right, let's continue.
All right, so here we're going to start with Austin Metcalf's background report. Now, remember, this wasn't allowed in because the defense attorney was like, we don't want our guys' bad stuff to come in, so we're not going to talk about your guys' bad stuff. So let's start with the victim. These are the bad and troubling things that were in Austin Metcalf's past that wasn't presented to the jury.
About Austin Metcalf's background report that was never presented to the jury. CBS News Texas has also learned new details about Austin Metcalf's background. Metcalf and his brother Hunter were once caught spray painting graffiti, including KKK Kill All Blacks and Heil Hitler, along with the N-word, and were sentenced to 12 months of juvenile probation. Records reveal they reportedly told authorities, "We did some dumb stuff. We did some vandalism." There are several documented.
You know the race baiters are gonna love that.
Absolutely.
KKK, Heil Hitler. We did.
Wait, hold on. Time out. Wait, hold on. We got to address it. Oh, you know the race baiters, the Izzy Banzes, huh? And Izzy Banzes, you know Izzy Banz is my guy. The Freezies, the Sharon Bracy's. You know, they gonna love on that. They can't wait to fire up a stream and talk about the Metcalf twins was racist and Karmelo Anthony was a nigga. Moving forward. See how that worked, Jake? Omni says, or was it the author Judith H. Katz, whose literary works put forth the ideas of the traits of whiteness, which state that self-reliance, nuclear families, and winning aren't for black people, posted in the African American history section of the Smithsonian. See, I would have an open panel, but a lot of y'all want to come up here. Y'all just want to hoot and holler. Y'all not actually trying to, use some knowledge and intellect. You said open panel? Okay, fine. My wife said open panel, so here we go. Here we go, y'all. Y'all said my wife said open panel. There it is. All right, the link is posted. There's the link. Coolie Cat been back here for a mentioned. Coolie Cat, what's going on? The link is open. Y'all can come up and join the stream because my wife said open panel. So y'all come up and join the stream if y'all want to. I know a lot of y'all may be afraid to come up and join the stream. It's too many facts to hit you upside the head. And some of y'all just not ready to deal with that, but I understand. Coolie Cat, if you're there, you can come off mute and say something to the rest of y'all. If y'all want to come up, y'all can come up. Coolie Cat, what you got? Coolie Cat.
I am so happy. I am so happy. You heard me. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I already knew. Cleve Sharpener. Oh, they knew each other. He was a bully. And it's just, and then, the black people being a little bit too invested in it because, he's Karmelo and Austin. He's gone. Oh, you touch him and then that warrants somebody to die, even though you were told 15 times to leave. 15. I'm gonna leave at the 3rd, maybe the 4th, maybe the 5th, but 15 times you had a chance to run away from your bullies. A chance. And with all this and how my fellow Negroes was acting, I just knew, just by how I look into factors, especially how God influenced me in my life, to where I just come to the realization that Karmelo's guilty. He's guilty. He's obviously guilty. And now with the fact that this poor Latina girl was afraid of him, that understandable, drop him. The fact that his parents should have put the the anger out of him for him to not be this way, it pretty much results in 2 people with behavior issues that resulted in a situation that shouldn't be the way it is. But with Carmelo, it's like, but you did all this because you couldn't control your anger. You pretty much was violent. You couldn't move on like any other boy, like be on your PlayStation 5 and play the game. And you just gotta go in a place where you pretty much did not belong. Understandable. He beeline straight to that tent with almost with predicted intent or notion to do something that day. And then in the total of 10 seconds, he did it. So it's like, I'm happy, like pretty much we were right, but at the end of the day, it didn't have to be that way. I close.
Big facts. Greatly appreciate you. Hey, baby, how you doing?
Hi.
How you doing, baby? What's going on?
I'm doing really, really well. So, I need people to say his name. It's y'all been butchering this man's name, like, and he's a killer. He's a traitor go killer. Okay, y'all better call him Karmelo. All right, that's Mello. What the hell, though? Like, stop playing. Stop playing. Listen,
Mello, hello.
Yeah, Mello. What the hell, though? Like, yo, this boy. And there's a lot of people right now that are super excited that he's getting a new trial. But right here's the gag of it. There's a specific reason why he's getting a new trial, and it's not because the judge did anything wrong in this case. He just gave an interview that let the public know what his opinion is and let the public know more likely than not he wouldn't be able to make a ruling on the motions and the documents that this appellate prosecution is bringing forth, right? That's number one. Number two, here's the gag of it though. He also has the possibility for new punishment.
Yep.
And I told y'all this from the beginning. So if he gets 99 years now, don't y'all go run around here, you know what I'm saying, acting like y'all dying and Texas did it and racism, because that's not what this is. What Texas has done, Frisco County in particular, effectively did, they brought in a judge from San Antonio. He's completely unbiased. They removed the judge from the case so that the public cannot cry out that this is bias and he's just treating this case a certain way. So a judge that has nothing to do with this is looking over this. If he decides there's no new trial, guess what? He's got to make that decision by Monday, August 24th. In the law in Texas, August 24th is the last day for him to make a decision. Now, if he decides to the affirmative that there'll be a new trial, then all of this is going to be introduced. And if you think a jury of his peers, and they're going to move the venue this time, I'm sure, because they want all you crybabies to shut up. You crybabies, good for y'all. Y'all have made them release the video. Y'all have made them release the transcript. And now y'all have made Black people look even worse. Hand clap of praise. Like, y'all be doing too damn much. Now this boy going to go to jail for 99 years.
Absolutely.
Good job, community.
Yep. Big facts. Construct, you came back.
Yep.
I guess you didn't have enough. What you got?
Don't stop taking enough. Keep up. Don't stop taking.
So let's go ahead and read, because everybody wanted to know what happened during that legendary lunch break. Y'all remember that legendary lunch break that they had an extended lunch break? Well, we got the transcript. Y'all want to read the transcript, y'all? Let's read the transcript together. We're going to take a break. Although y'all got a break, nobody else in the courtroom did. And so we are going to take a break. It is now 10:50. Let's be back and ready to go at 11:05, okay? Remember my previous instructions to you. The bailiff says all rise, and now the jury is not present. The court, let the record reflect the jury has left the courtroom. Everybody listen to security staff as you exit. Remember, you have to rescreen and be in your seats by 11:05. Let's go. Now, y'all remember, this is when everybody went outside. And they was like, they not letting us back in the courtroom. They in there, they coming up with a scheme for Karmelo. The court says, everyone be seated, please. Okay, what's the plan, Mr. Howard? Mr. Howard says, may we reproach? Off-record discussion. All right, ladies and gentlemen, based upon my sidebar conversations with counsel and how to proceed best today to make it the most efficient, we are going to go to lunch now, and we'll be reconvening at 12:30. Listen to the security's instructions, please. Mr. Howard says, Judge, may I ask a question? Judge says, yes. Mr. Howard says, do we need to bring the jury in to tell them that we are going to lunch? Or the court says, we'll tell them we are going to lunch. Is that okay with counsel? I am just going to say, hey, we're going to take a break. Lunch is coming in until 12:30. Is that okay, Mr. Howard? He says, yes, sir. The court says, Mr. Worst is giving me a thumbs up. Okay, great. Everybody's excused. Counsel in chambers, please. Recessing proceedings. The judge says, come on up here. Y'all come up here and keep your microphones on. Mr. Rollins, if you will, lift the microphone up for the defendant, please, because I will be asking him some questions. We're back on the record in State versus Anthony. Present in the courtroom are counsel for the state, counsel for the defense, and counsel for the defendant. Shout out to Deborah Leonelli with the jewels. Appreciate you. My bad for butchering your name. I'm a little bit drunk. My bad. We're back on the record in State versus Anthony. Present in the courtroom are counsel for the state, counsel for the defense, and the defendant. The jury is not present, nor is the public at this point in time. We are at a point to where the defense has to call its next witness, and it appears at least to the court at this moment in time that the defendant is going to testify. And that's why we are having this outside the presence of the jury and the public. Any objections about doing it this way, Mr. Worsk? No. Mr. Howard? No. Mr. Howard, I noticed that your client's parents are not here. Now, to all you lame dick, lame duck, broke back niggas who kept saying, oh, his family was in the courtroom. What that say right there that I got highlighted? Baby, Coolie Cat, somebody read what I got. Mr. Howard, I know.
Howard.
Go ahead.
Mr. Howard, I noticed your client's parents are not here or anybody on his side. We get open court questions sometimes on appeal. Do you understand that I'm offering to let them in?
This is the judge saying that. The judge said I'm offering to let them in. What did Mr. Howard say? Huh?
I would like to be able to get them in just so they can all hear of this and help make the decision.
Okay. Who do you want in?
His parents,
his
mother, and his father.
Mom and dad? Okay. Any other objections to constitutional questions with regard to open courts or anything else?
Go ahead, Colby.
No, sir.
No, sir. Okay.
All right. With regard to not having anybody else in the courtroom.
Correct. No objections regarding constitutional Sixth Amendment. Open courts regarding having no one else but the parties that are here for the state and the defense, plus
mom and dad.
Plus the defendant and mom and dad of this defendant.
Off. All right. Off the record discussion. Mr. and Mrs. Anthony, just have a seat, okay? Now they come back in the courtroom. Let's time this out.
Wait.
Yes, ma'am.
Before we go, this one is just for Omni. This one's for Omni.
Butterfly in the sky, I must be really high. There's a dragon there, I'm a little scared. A reading rainbow. I can eat anything. Take a joke and blow some smoke. A reading rainbow. A reading rainbow.
Incarnation.
All right.
So I'll go to bed. Good night.
All right. So, mom and dad, and we already read that. All right, we already read that. Read that. All right. Mr. and Mr. Anthony. Mr. and Mrs. Anthony. Just have a seat, okay? We are back on the record as requested by the defense. The defendant's mom and dad are present in the courtroom, nobody else. And Mr. Howard raved any objections to anybody else being in the courtroom. Go ahead. Cooley.
Hiya. Okay. Mr. Howard, right?
Yeah, you're Mr. Howard.
Mr. Howard, right? Okay.
Mhm.
And I restate at this time. You know what? I kind of don't understand this, but that raver has not changed. Okay, let me. And I was restate at this time that raver has not changed from a moment ago.
Thank you, Mr. Howard. Mr. Worsk, I'll be Mr. Worsk because we're all left. Judge, at this time, we would like to put some things on the record. The parties in this case, the state and the defense, have had an agreement whereby the defense would not try to go into character evidence on our victim or victim's twin's brother. In exchange for that, the state would not withdrew any intent to go into 404B type evidence on this defendant. So far, we're towards the end of the trial, and that agreement was held. The parties got a chance for the first time this morning to work through how the agreement would be handled with the testifying defendant. I believe we have an agreement that we can now put on the record. Obviously, my concern, since we didn't talk about it until this morning, I would like the defense to be very clear for the record, not necessarily for us, because we all know that for courts in the future, that nothing changed. The state intends to honor their part of the bargain. We just work through the details, and by working through the details, nothing would be unfair, surprise to the defense, or cause any change in the trial strategy, especially with respect to whether the client waives their Fifth Amendment right and testifies. The judge says, and I think we probably need to do this at this time, which is y'all had a gentleman's agreement. Wait a minute. I thought Mike Howard said that the judge never spoke about that. Didn't he say that? Sums out that was a lie. The court was somewhat advised of the gentleman's agreement before we started, but nothing about that agreement has been put on the record. There has been. So what's the gentleman's agreement that we keep talking about? Mr. Howard says, do you want me to go ahead and take over that? Oh, I'm sorry. You were supposed to read that. Go ahead, Cooley Cat.
You already read it, but okay. Do you want me to go ahead and take over that?
Keep going.
So, as Mr. These words are so tiny.
Worski.
Hold on, I got you. Worski just put on the record, so the state had filed its.
No, it is not filed.
I'm sorry, you're right, not filed. The state has tendered to us and had tendered to the court for review only, and neither side had filed. The defense had also tendered to the state and tendered to the court for review. So each of us gave notice to the other of, on the state side, extraneous character 404B, typical stuff, and, as it pertains to this case. We have given notice under, anticipated theory of ambiguous first aggressor, how that could make uncommunicated character and reputation evidence admissible, on top of the possibility of communicated character, and we gave notice of what we believed that was. When both sides had that tendered to them, that is when we had the basis of the discussion of this. What the court is referring to as, quote, gentlemen's agreement, unquote. With, to be clear, the state has brought up the possibility of this agreement before, but there have never been a substantive conversation until the tendering of these extraneous / character issues. At that time, we agreed, and I drafted a motion in
limine.
It's so tiny. Hold on.
Limine.
That I often say lemon. That I tendered to the state for review to see if we would have an agreed motion in limine that would be the enforcement mechanism of this agreement, and that was all that character, reputation, and extraneous / 404B bad acts of any witness would be lamined. and that we will have to approach first.
Now, hold on. Let me stop you right there. So what this is saying is that in other words, this statement right here, as long as we don't bring up character statements and we don't talk about the twins, they won't talk about Karmelo's past. We only talking about what's up under the tent. That's what that statement is speaking to. All right, let's continue.
And that was our enforcement mechanism. Enforcement mechanism. We did submit that to the court, and that was granted, which is what we've been working under all this time. The mechanics of the agreement were, and we are on record, but not public, that there were certain, for lack of a better term, bad evidence, alleged bad evidence, have been found by the state on the defendant's phone and other places.
Stop. Wait a minute. Pause. Hold on. So you mean to tell me, because I don't remember Mike Howard saying this in his motion or his affidavit. So Mike Howard knew about the bad evidence found in Karmelo's phone, the text messages that I want to stab somebody and lick the blood off the tip. That's some bad. That's a bad. No. He said he wanted to lick the blood off the tip. The tip. All right, continue.
You're making it sound sus, my guy. But...
Hey, listen, listen. Do you know any man that would say I want to lick the blood off the tip?
A sicko.
Oh, okay. Continue.
That they intended to use, and that they were offering to not go into that. And I think the description was try this case based on what happened that day, which I will just say I also anticipated, interpreted too. Mean also the state of mind of the people on that day, descriptions of the state of mind of the people on that day, not just the physical facts of what happened, but not to go talk about the character and reputation of the Metcalfs, the character and extraneous reputation of the defendant, and that both sides were getting, a quid pro quo.
Benefits?
Substantial benefits, yes. This was discussion, that this was a prolonged discussion between the parties of the state and the parties for the defense. That throughout that process, my co-counselor, Mr. Shook, and Miss Gupta and I has numerous discussions amongst ourselves and with our clients and his parents about the strategy of that decision. I feel like.
So wait a minute. Wait. So his parents knew. Wait a minute. Hold on.
Wait, what?
Wait. His parents knew. Wait a minute. Hold on.
Nani?
Wait a minute. Wait. His parents knew about this agreement all this time?
So what are you trying to say?
So like why run up the GoFundMe? Catch what I'm laying down, Coolie Cat. His parents knew about this agreement. So why run the give, send, go? They knew that they was not going to pull on a full defense. So why run the give, send, go?
So they knew about the agreement that will lead to him having 35 years in prison.
Yes.
And so when it comes to the GoFundMe, what's the purpose of the GoFundMe?
If Coolie Cat, we breaking the case. Podcast Bruce said scandalous. Wait a minute. Look, Joe Butter said, the media said it was never discussed with anyone but the attorneys. But according to what Mike Howard just said right here in the courtroom, this is the court transcript. What Mike Howard said here is, Mr. Shook, Miss Gupita, and I had numerous discussions amongst ourselves and with our client and his parents about the strategy. They knew about this. So wait a minute, Coolie Cat. You mean to tell me his mama and daddy knew he was getting railroaded? Hold the fuck on. Hold on.
And they pretended to act like it was injustice. When they went out of the court when he was being sentenced, were they like in front, like giving a press conference or something?
Yes. Podcast Bruce says they set him up. So his parents, Cooley Cat, they played in our faces. His parents was setting up their own son. They was plotting on his downfall.
So they didn't care about his son. I mean, they didn't care. I mean, if you believe that your son's innocent, then you would spend all the money. Spend it all. At least to get him on quicker. But if
you okay, baby? Okay. Go ahead.
If they seem that they just playing in our face as if he's innocent, when behind the scenes, according to the transcripts, that they know and practically know that their son pretty much is well loaded. It's like, is there any honesty and transparency there?
Facts. Shout out to the angry man with $9.99. Hold on one second. Shout out to the angry man with $9.99. He says because they didn't care about his case, they just wanted the money. Hey, baby, welcome back.
Hey, I try to say good night.
I don't know how to feel about
the fucking transcripts stop playing. Then I tell y'all ignorant, indigent Negroes way back when that mama spent too much money of that GoFundMe money on houses, cars, wigs, and weaves, on bad fashion.
Oh,
security
you did not have to do it
teams.
for her.
Yes, I do.
I'm sorry.
Bad fashions, okay? Thinking that she was a fake play celebrity for social media while her son's life was on the line. See, that's not good parenting. And every single one of you MRFers that was out here like, no, the parents really love him. They're here for their son and they care and they didn't leave him by himself. Yeah, no. Now you see it in black and white. They threw that child through to the woods. Now, he wasn't a good kid. He was pretty bad. But you know what? They could have actually protected him and insulated him better. Not to say he deserved insulation. But y'all got to stop letting the media dictate the pattern of synopsis that your brain fires. And you have to be able to become critical thinkers.
But wait a minute, baby. I have a deeper problem with this whole entire revelation. And I want y'all to see this too. I want everybody to see this. Give me a second, y'all. Let me rock on this one for a second. So it says right here that throughout the process, my co-counsel, Mr. Shook and Ms. Gupetta, and I had numerous discussions amongst ourselves and with our client and his parents about the strategy of that discussion, of how we were, of course, giving up some things that we felt were in good faith admissible, but that we didn't know how the court would rule, but would be gaining the benefit of we would also not have the court possibly rule on the admissibility of the things that we were worried about. And so we made that agreement with the state based on that discussion. So do you understand how dangerous that is, baby? You caught it too, right?
Yeah, because this means that this case was never about racism. So all you race baiters, all you race hustlers, you grifters, you frauds, you charlatans, I hope that y'all have enough integrity to come out and issue apologies. You know, those of y'all that were falling out in the street, jumping up and down and acting a nigga. Right? This is a decision that the parents and the attorney made because they were afraid to live in their truth.
Damn. So they gave up on this kid. They said, fuck Karmelo.
Fuck them kids. Ain't that what y'all say? Ain't that what y'all say? Y'all say fuck them kids all the time, right?
But they could have, I mean, that's their fault for hiring a lawyer that couldn't handle that. Like you gotta get like a tiger, like a beast of a lawyer that could just make it seem like it wasn't that bad, and they could have at least still go through, but if they didn't trust in their good faith of an argument, it's like y'all either cowards or it's like y'all didn't care.
Nah, they're not cowards. They're not cowards. They're piss poor examples of parenting. But they live in the good hood, right? My name is Clarence, and I come from a 2-parent home, and all this and all that good shit, right? Because that's what all the people were saying. He's a good kid. He comes from a 2-parent household. They live in a great neighborhood. He was never violent. He never did this, and he never did that. And the lie detector determined that that was a lie, which means his parents, like how I told y'all, when I heard that little boy was working 2 jobs, ain't no 17-year-old, 16-year-old, 15-year-old supposed to be working 2 jobs. He was working his ass off to get away from them people.
What are you implying, ma'am?
I'm not implying anything. I'm saying it very much with my full chest.
Say that shit.
Those parents were abusive. His father was more likely than not abusive to his mother, which is why the language that Karmelo Anthony used with his girlfriends from the tender age of at least 12, 13 years old, because that first text was at 21. I'ma beat your ass, bitch. She pulled my hair, so I punched her in her face. I'ma shoot you. I mean, how many bullets you want coming out your chest? That is not natural archetype conversation or phrasing from children in that age group. That is learned behavior.
That's a fact.
I mean, that's kind of like, he's from Louisiana. No shade to Louisianans.
Oh, Cooley, I be trying to give you grace, love. I do. I swear to God. But that's that excuses bullshit. Right? That's people sitting there confirming the delusions. I don't give a fuck where you from, to be honest with you.
Devil advocate, baby.
No, we're not playing devil's advocate no more. Black people, wake the fuck up. Ain't no time to play no devil's advocate.
Facts.
This is the problem. Everybody wants to play devil's advocate. Y'all better start playing aware. Play aware. So when you see these children and you hear them talking like this, acting like this, behaving like this, and thinking like this, you can understand. More likely than not, they're being abused in their homes.
But that's the reoccurring thing in the Black community. The Black community tolerates criminal, dysfunctional behavior, ma'am. I wasn't coming from a devil's advocate, though. Understanding the devil's advocate or just being aware of things can help understand why some people be the way they are. Not to justify, but also at least get to the problem and call out the issues that must be addressed and call for accountability and responsibility.
But you're saying that I'm wrong, and that's exactly what I'm calling out. Let's call out the bullshit. Let's call out the fact that Karmelo Anthony's mother was not shit. Let's call out the fact that Karmelo Anthony's father was not shit. Let's call out the fact that they played a game in front of media and the Black community to grift and pilfer money from the Black community to increase their station in life, while they left their son to rot in jail, to be potentially anally raped, and to live a life behind bars. Let's really rip the Band-Aid off. Let's rip the Band-Aid off about how many Black people are out here popping out kids, popping out kids like they're a fucking Pez dispenser, and then these kids are busting their ass. That little boy had 2 jobs and had a 3.7 GPA. No, he wasn't a good kid. He was surviving. He was surviving, and he was trying to get the fuck away from them. He had too much pressure on his head. He was probably forced into a position of parenting as a child, which is why he had to work that hard. His father was probably out there thinking it was okay to have outside sex and be fucking bitches, and his mama was too busy, probably focused on her damn self, to get away from his damn father. Like, let's be so for real. And the fact that they knew Nah. If you're my child and you done did some shit wrong and you got some bad shit in your past, oh well, nigga, he did this bad shit, but we went to therapy. He's in therapy right now. He going to anger management. He been doing this, that, and the third, and XYZ. That is a behavior that's being corrected. You know the only reason you hide that shit because you ain't do shit to correct it. Because most black people don't give a fuck about their kids. Because they just having kids by accident. They're not planning them.
Uh-oh. Ma'am, that sounds like manosphere talk that you're spewing, ma'am.
No. That's human advancements. That is human success. That's just like you as human beings, if we don't hold ourselves accountable, we pretty much anything goes. And anything goes means it can go off the deep end. And with the black, how can I say it? The commuter is we are pretty much I don't even want to say we. I'm an individualist when it comes to the commuter. But knowing how knowing how collective they are of skin color, it's pretty much, especially with the illiteracy rates with people out there, and it's just like I'm afraid for the next generation, and I'm happy. Pretty much, I'm happy that Karmelo is in jail because if he were to reproduce, which is sadly a recurring issue of those type of people reproducing and having influence in the community, it was just the next generation after Karmelo would be worse than the last and be so bad to the point where it's practically hell on earth. It's hell on earth, and so.
But Cooley, you gotta understand just how dangerous and diabolical this is, right? The scope at which this goes, right? The scope at which this goes is that this is not something that is overlooked. This is something that is perpetually promoted when it comes to degeneracy within the black community, within the black family household, especially within low income and middle income households, right? And a lot of people want to argue that it's poverty that pushes this I don't even want to call it Machiavelli. I would just call it low budget or low vibrational thinking, right? So the thing is, when you see things happen like this is why at more than one time, y'all done see me get upset with people when I'm telling y'all the things that's really going on, and I'm not really telling nobody nothing. I'm really more so just regurgitating the truth, and people get upset about it. But then when it rears its ugly head, then everybody want to sweep it under the rug, right? So the biggest problem, especially with this, the biggest problem, especially with this case is, and this is what bothers me so much about this case, is because not only was his parents more than willing to toss him under the bus so he can get a paycheck, they was also more than willing to sacrifice their own child so people outside of their family could run up a mission so they could get. They wanted everybody to get paid and Karmelo be the fall child. You understand what I'm saying? You know how many people made money off of Karmelo Anthony's name minus Karmelo? Karmelo didn't make no money. Carmelo's mother did, his father did, his family did. It is a myriad of content creators who have made so much money off of Karmelo Anthony's name. And all they do is participate in perpetuated lies and projected bullshit when it comes to misinformation. And how it is that the black boy was just being done wrong, and y'all wrong because y'all calling him this, that, and the other. But these same people who are the supporters of Karmelo will not look at this transcript and read it to understand and use basic read, write, arithmetic, and comprehension. Understand that this boy was sacrificed by his parents and they knew it. The sad part is, I don't know if he even had the comprehension or the understanding to really understand what was going on, even if he did have a 3.7 GPA. Because we understand, because the No Child Left Behind program, a lot of these niggas was getting passed just because they existed. You see what I'm saying? So this is crazy work. This is really nasty work when you think about it.
I mean, well, when you say it like that, you know what? I'm going to say this. I'm not going to go deep into it, but I'm going to say this. The slogan Black Lives Matter only mattered when, and pretty much Black Lives Matter says this: police brutality. If a black person getting bodied, by not just anyone in a police uniform, but a white person in a police uniform, that is when their lives matter. And when it comes to how this situation is, it goes to show that Black lives only matter when they're in trouble or they're gone, especially with Nolan Wales, who the more you hear about, the situation, because let's be honest, Nolan Wales, if I was a parent of a child that went away like that, I wouldn't continue to grieve to the point where I'll be smiling the photo. I'll be home depressed, crying my heart out for my child. That woman, is keep on going. It goes to show that there is a nefarious agenda that, if you look closely in detail, that Black lives matter for an agenda that disregard their humanity, their mind, and ultimately their soul. I close.
I'm gonna take you one place. I'm gonna take you one step higher. I'm gonna elevate your conversation. If you look at it in true totality, Black people have never elevated past the position of slave.
Why would you say that?
Why would I say that? Because death is on the chopping block. Death is an auction. You get the best auctioneers coming out begging for the dollars for the lives that was stolen. None of these lives that have been taken from police brutality, from Black on Black crime within the community or anything else has resulted or resolved in actual justice, true equality, and elevation of the Black community. What it has evolved into is dollars for the cause, which means that these people's lives were traded for the fiat dollar, which means they ain't nothing more than a slave in life and in death.
Big fact.
I told you, I'm not here to put a band-aid on the topic for anybody. This is how Black people are carrying themselves. Black women especially. Well, I can't be with the man unless he's a high-value man. So you're a prostitute then. If a man has enough dollars, he can buy you and sell you like a slave, like a sex slave. Get into it.
But y'all,
you know what? Let me go to bed.
Hold on, baby, wait, baby. Breaking news. We got a reaction, a new video. Y'all ready?
I saw that with another YouTuber.
I didn't see.
I don't even want to listen to it.
Well, I want to check it out. Let's listen.
So we just wrapped up the first day for the motion for a new trial. So how do you think it went?
It's mixed feelings.
Yeah.
Everything we've noticed, a lot of things about the boys that wasn't sent out to the public. You agree? Based on what was told, the narrative, it hurt us, man. It just made us. It's right now. I'm still. It was so much at that time.
Yeah. It was a lot. It's a lot. Damn, the dude had a penchant for fighting for violence.
Yes.
Very, very.
Never
violent.
put out there.
Yeah, like smacking on his friends or so-called friends, smacking on
wording he was using,
choking his own mama.
Yeah, that threw me off. I mean, your mama. I said, man, you got to be different.
Wait a minute. Stop. Something else.
It's going to be a name mention here. Y'all would be surprised.
Oh, it is? Okay, hold on.
Threatening to slap his dad and he don't do nothing. This kid right here, like he was a real problem. When I heard all of that stuff, I'm talking about a treasure trove of incidents captured on his phone. It ain't like this is not third-hand knowledge. This is him recording himself in most cases or passing along text messages.
Yes, and it was very shocking. Like I said, right now, it's so much to take in because it's like, man, what? Yeah. I mean, somebody to do that, and how that picture was painted, like it was the perfect angel. I'm just still, like I said, I'm going to shock this to mama.
Yeah.
And you took your mama.
Yeah. Kayla, how hard was it to hear them in there talking, the prosecutor, Worski, speaking publicly about your son, saying things that you know that are not true?
It was very hard. It was
Yeah.
very hard.
Yeah.
It was very hard.
Yeah. So, and as a father, I saw your reaction many, many times. You know, and you like, it was like you wanted to say something. How hard was it not to say something?
Man, it's hard, man. God is real. That's what I can tell you, man. It was hard.
Oh my
Based
Oh
on,
Jesus,
you know,
Grammy, I'm sorry, y'all.
My bad. Hold on.
the temperature we have right now with, like I said, you know, like it's like, man,
Yeah.
you know, the things that was revealed, the mindset of these kids, of them, that's what they do.
Yeah.
My kid could have been enough.
Right.
That's what hurts more than anything. Man, it's as a father, it's like, man, like what do you, as a black father, well, how can you have a conversation with your son? What can you really tell your son?
Yeah. Yeah. Your new attorneys,
Remarkable.
led by Russell Wilson, knocked it out the park.
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
knocked it out the park.
Yes.
You know, how satisfied is it to know that you have the type of representation that you have?
I mean, it's a blessing.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
It really is a blessing.
Being God is real. Like I tell them, man, y'all heaven sent, man. We was a family that was lied. We was thinking about they lied on us. We bought cars, we spent the money, we did all this thing. And think about it, they doing the same thing over.
Yeah.
Attack their job. It's if people don't see this is it's like they have a playbook.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this was going on? All right, it's the play. And everybody know. I got a famous lady tell me this, Titi, I call her Titi. Titi said, man, they know how to stay on task. They know. They stay on code.
Right.
They stay on code like that. The same things happen with Nolan.
Why is he bringing up Nolan Wells?
I'm telling you,
As a deflection
that's
tactic.
the name they brought.
As a
And also,
deflection tactic?
okay. And to bring it all the things about Black Lives Only Matter when, yeah, it's like that. And on top of that, I just want to say this. Number one, y'all fake. I'm sorry, God forgive me. These people are fake. These people are fake. William, the bald guy to the right, sorry, bro, you're fake. Number two, I don't like it when Black people, is that racist? I'm sorry. I don't like it when the community bring God in their mouth as if God don't see their heart and their intentions. I hate it so much. I hate it so much. And number three, as much as you talk about the person that's not here anymore, your son with the evidence is worse than the guy, especially when he is the reason why Austin is gone. So I close.
Right, like y'all wanna piggyback off sympathy. Your son is a deleter, yo. Let's just call it what the fuck it is. He killed somebody. Stop playing. Why is this man? First of all, this is how you know these people are uncouth and they've never had any access or proximity to true professionalism or elevation in employment. Why is he sitting down with his jacket buttoned?
Facts. That's
Anybody
been
that wear-
bothering me.
Yeah,
It's been bothering me this whole time.
yeah, that's not a good look. That's not a good look at all. And then like this lady, like, why are you standing there with the attitude face on? You told these people, look at the face. That looks like a face of a mother that's actually like going through some things, or that looks like a woman that's got an attitude. Because now she's exposed. Exposed.
Same thing. They
That
went to the
tacky,
job.
no, I'ma say pause it. I wasn't finished. I just when you said
Because I was
that
I was
tacky ass
drinking.
wig on.
Oh my God.
With the messed up nails. Y'all trying to match. Y'all don't even got the same color purple on. He got on purple and a dirty looking dingy white. You got on purple and black. Like, come on now, stop it. What are y'all doing? This is a gimmick. They are branding right now. They are selling you a package. This is not parents that give a fuck about their son. This is not parents that are excited about, you know what I'm saying? My son's going to have a different trial. You know, we put some money aside. We're going to use that money to make sure he has a better attorney if he gets a different trial. Well, they don't really have to now because everybody's throwing their ass at this case just to get some clout.
I'm surprised they didn't throw that Alexander dude back in the mix. That was in the first situation.
Listen.
And
Yeah, go ahead.
And the craziest thing about it is the Southern Poverty Law Center kind of showed y'all that these motherfuckers will pay for some racism. You hear me?
Oh man.
You hear me? They'll pay. If we can't get no bigots, we'll just create the bigot and recruit him. Make sure that he got a hotel. Make sure he got that transportation, good food. And you got dumbass leftist niggas talking about, well, they was paying informants. Nigga, you is not the FBI. You a nonprofit. That's like me trying to bust some shit and try to say, well, I'm just coming to nigga. You ain't no law enforcement. But hey, it all falls in what everybody mentioned, where everything looks constructively put together. Midterm season. Willie D, he the biggest DNC shill. You saw how he got on Nelly for last year, and he just performed on the damn shit.
Facts. Well, let's finish this video. Hold on.
Go ahead.
They lied about him, saying they blow the money, they this and that. Like, wow.
How do you navigate through those insults and lies? They're like, people saying all these untruths. People just saying things that to be a flat out lie. How do you navigate through that and try to maintain some sense of sanity? When you want to just explode.
Man, talking to God. This woman here, me and her, we've been.
Why is he asking the same questions? Hold on. Why is he asking the same questions that Officer Tatum was asking?
Man, Willie D slow.
Wait a minute. I picked up on it. And how come everybody ain't mad about them talking, but they was mad about the boys talking in the Lola? Well, go. Y'all got it. Go ahead. Okay, cool.
Well,
yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I didn't mean to talk, but I okay, there gotta be some cognitive dissonance when it comes, because Black people, not all Black people. I love Black people. I love Black people. I love my culture. I love y'all. I just don't like the bad behaviors. That's okay. Okay. Yeah, and like it's just when it comes to the spilitual aspect,
nigga, right here.
Hold on, y'all.
The spiritual aspect of it is just.
Willie D used to box, so this a punch drunk motherfucker right here.
That's a fact. Hold on, y'all. It's a little bit more video. Hold on.
Like I said, I feel like what the Lil Mo used to say, I cry, you cry. Man, we grew more than anything, right? So we lean on each other right now. I lean on family. Yeah. It's a very hard. It's just hard. Period.
Yeah.
Like it's both sides. It's definitely, but it's hard. Like I said, even with the lies.
Omni said, "These niggas acting like Melo died." These niggas acting like Melo's the one that's the victim. That's crazy.
We was lied on. We was lied on, and it's just like like I said, it's the same play. It was the same play, and if people don't see the play, is that telling you we can't win for losing?
I'm sorry for
the
talking of myself. But
we can't work. Our reputations are ruined. Like with my situation, it's like it's hard. It's hard.
Yeah, that's the playbook.
But you say your situation like it's everybody's fault that your situation. No, your situation is your fault. And by the way, let me go ahead and just say it like it is. To all those people that's been coming out with all these rumors, how did they hear about those rumors? Wasn't there a gag order on the case? I've been hearing people saying for the longest that Austin choked his mama. No one never knew that. So how did people who's been saying that know that? I can tell you why. Because it was mentioned in the hearing, in the retrial hearing, that Andrew, his father, was working with Tiffany Billions. And Tiffany was going on TikTok telling everybody what Andrew was witnessing in court. And just like Mr. Howard just admitted in this, Nita said, why the daddy forehead shinier than Willie D's head? That let your soul glow. That's that soul glow. That man got, listen, that is How much they get? Over $800,000. That's their $800,000 shine on that bitch. You understand me? Look at that lineup. Didn't the Angry Man do? Haven't people been doing shows about how much it is to get a barber? How you got $800,000 in the Give, Send, Go, and your lineup crooked than the bitch? Look at this. Look at the Beijing on that. Do you see? Look, I don't know if y'all can see my mic. Can y'all see my mouse on the screen? Hold on. Where my mouse on the screen? I don't know. Y'all can. Do you see this motherfucking hairline? Look at this. Let me let Cooley Cat back up. Look at this hairline. What the fuck is going on with this shit?
You roasting the man's hairline?
Yes.
Come on, man.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, it does look a little.
My thing is, y'all raised 600 plus thousand. You have conflicting stories saying, well, they didn't get the money. They got the money. They didn't get the money. Partially got the money. These motherfuckers got some money.
Oh, yeah, they did.
No, they got the
some
money.
So he's talking about his situation. Respectfully, sir, there was money raised. You know, they pulled come on.
But that's the point. They got the money. Karmelo didn't get the money.
Mm-hmm.
So they wanted to
My
pay out.
situation's fucked up right now. You know, jobs, real scarce.
Go ahead,
Right,
baby.
but they wanted a payout because their son did a bad thing. Here's the thing: shouldn't you be able to pay for your child's defense all by yourself?
Facts.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fact.
I'm just saying real quick. Like, this shit is just as stupid to me. You can move anywhere. Cut your hair, nigga. Switch your industry. Like, what the fuck we talking about? Your wife wears a wig, so she could go be a different person right now if she wanted to, if we're being honest.
Man, that's funny as hell, man. That's crazy. Race hustling does pay, bro, because when you race hustling, none of the surrounding factors matter at all. I can have a whole bunch of red flaws, and these motherfuckers will defend me if it comes down to a situation. Well, this white man did whoop did he whoop. But let's go back to the details.
Mm-hmm. All right, so
Hey, can I read this? I have fun reading it.
Okay, cool, no problem. Hold on. Oh yeah, this was Mr. Howard. So yeah, you stopped right here. We are gaining the benefit of we would also not have the court possibly ruled out. Right. So you stopped right here. So go right here. And so we made that agreement. There you go.
And so we made that agreement with the state based on that discussion. This was something that had tremendous amount of thought. It is very unusual situation, but this case has also been very unusual. The amount of publicity
Publicity?
and the publicity. Sorry, I can't say it. Publicity.
That quality leering center is a motherfucker, ain't it? Hey, don't find this kicking your ass right now.
Publicity, dang. And the amount of anosmy. Dang it.
And a goddamn Cooley, it's time to go to bed.
Baby,
go take over. Take over, baby. Take it. She said asposity. Baby, what's asposity?
I don't know. The amount of publicity and the amount of animosity and
misinformation. I'm the judge. Hold on, wait. I'm the judge. And misinformation? Go ahead, baby.
Misinformation and turmoil and everything, threats to the parties, for the state, for the defense, the defendant's family, myself, the court, everybody else. And we felt that this gave Mr. Anthony the best chance at a fair trial for not only procedural due process, but actual substantive due process under federal constitution and the Texas Constitution. And we had discussions to that effect with Mr. Anthony and felt that he fully understood that. And that was our strategic decision in getting to this point. I believe that covers it.
Do you want to add to that, Mr. Worsk? I would add just a few things. Okay. Counsel mentioned evidence in our 404B notice. I will just note for the record that we developed it not just from the defendant's phone. There's actually some evidence that we had we're going to ask the court to rule on, developed through interviews, more than just the phone. Counsel and I talked before we went on the record. The state intends to honor the bargain, but I believe both sides are making a distinction between the character evidence governed by the agreement versus the prior inconsistent statements. So I do believe those are fair game under the agreement. Right, Mr. Howard?
Yes. So, and let me speak just briefly. So, to what Mr. Worski just said first, I agree. I didn't mean to characterize that it was just from the phone. In general, there was the phone, there was some witness testimony, there was basically everything that was in the 404, etc. notice. But yeah, and I agree that that deal, for lack of a better term, has held. I believe both parties have abided by it. The deal is not changed. I think Worski said at the outset of this I think the parties had different understandings, but I think that both sides were acting in good faith and interpreting what they believed the other side meant, and that, you know, both of us, I think today, realized that the other wasn't 100% on the same page when it came to the defendant testifying. I'm not saying we are subject to undue surprise or that the state has pulled the rug from under us. I do not believe that to be the case. Obviously, we have different understandings and different interpretations of what was said, but
we worked through that.
Yes, sir. That was just it.
Okay,
So what that
now
mean?
the court.
Okay. I'm sorry, I missed
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
We worked
So
through
the court
that.
says
Yes.
we worked through
Okay,
that.
now.
And
Yeah.
Okay. Hang on a second,
Yes, sir.
Mr. Worsk. Super Predator, you on the stage? What's going on, brother?
Yo, what's up? Can you hear me?
Are you at work?
Yeah, I'm at work.
Damn it! All right, go ahead. Make your piece right quick before we continue.
I just came up here because you know what I'm saying, Cooley couldn't read, and so
And we can't hear you.
Oh, you can't hear me?
No, you sound like Darth Vader without the breathing.
Can you hear me now?
There you go.
Is that better? Yeah. So yeah, Cooley wasn't able to read. So, but y'all got it. Y'all got it now.
Time was not your position, okay?
Hey, Cooley was going through it. She said abodacity. Wait, what? All right.
She said, make a like a high, make a honey. Oh, that's what she said. All right.
The court says, Mr. Worst says, oh, and just with respect to the two particular points of evidence, or maybe three, we've worked through a scenario that's acceptable by the state with regarding the presence of the knife with the defendant that morning and do not intend to cross-examine him based on prior character on that. With respect to self-defense or the facts on that, yes, right? I mean, character on one hand, facts on the other. Yes, sir. Yes, character versus facts of the day. You know, we have also talked about retreat. And I believe it's counselor's intention to ask his client, why didn't he just leave the tent? And I believe counsel knows I intend to follow up on that. This is a self-defense case, and sometimes retreat isn't relevant. And both sides know what to argue with respect to that. But I do expect that series of questions to come from defense counsel. Why didn't you just leave? And I do expect the state will explore that topic, but not with anything character related or anything other than the reasonableness of that day. And finally, another issue we worked through was epilepsy and seizures. And I believe the defense has made the decision not to proffer that evidence in respect to the agreement that we struck. So those are the kind of three high-value targets, and I would suggest that the court, after defendant's direct testimony, we take a break. If I believe the door has been opened, the agreement has been violated. We talk about it then. And it seems like a natural point for a break to discuss these issues. Judge says, I agree with that. But Mr. Ware says, but I think that's all of our concerns. Okay, Mr. Howard.
Yes, Judge.
Keep going.
Wait. As to the prior inconsistent statements, I was doing something else because we believe that Mr. Versky just differentiated between character, reputation, extraneous. I'll just, from now on, will call all of that character, even though you know they are separate categories of evidence, separate from prior inconsistent statements. So we had a discussion off the record with the court but not on the record, to make sure we were on the same page before we got to this point. So putting that, my understanding of that on the record was that when the state says prior inconsistent statements, that if there is a statement made that is inconsistent, so if Mr. Anthony testifies and he testifies too, and I'm just going to use the evidence that came through Cortez because I think it is the easiest. So Officer Eduardo Cortez has testified to his body cam showed that Mr. Anthony said, I'm not alleged, I did it. Okay. That if Mr. Anthony were to say, I didn't say that, then obviously that would be an inconsistent statement that could be impeached. But that wouldn't be opening as part of our agreement. And we are not talking about the court's enforcement.
We'll talk about that in a minute.
His mouth, though.
I know,
or
right?
What its ruling would be. But that our understanding of the agreement would be that it would not. The prosecution is agreeing that they would not go into quote unquote prior inconsistent statements that was from their extraneous notice, like something off his phone or something off the other witnesses and other testimony that would then, or possible testimony that had been developed from the 404B notice. Did I state that correctly?
In other words, they did not want his ex-girlfriend or his girlfriend or his side piece or the one that got away, or they didn't have to let you go. Now you're just somebody that I used to know. They didn't want her to testify because she would have to answer to the fact that she told that school official that this boy was obsessed and that he was stalking her. Now it makes sense. All right. Mr. Worsk says, I believe
that would be damning.
Oh, yeah, that would be damning. That's why Howard didn't want it in. Mr. Worst says, I believe so, counsel. The way the state is thinking about it right now, prior inconsistent statements from that day or the future moving forward. I mean, obviously, everybody is aware that the defendant in this case gave a volunteer statement to law enforcement. So that seems to be the primary areas of concern. And I will say we've had discussions. I'm sure the court will address that. Both sides know it is not up to the court to enforce this. The court is not bound by it. The court is bound by the Texas rules of evidence, and both parties know that. That's exactly what I was going to point out. Are you finished, Mr. Howard?
No.
All right, well, go ahead.
So that was the first issue. But on the retreat issue, so Mr. Worski said, you know that the issue of retreat, that, and I agree with Mr. Worski's proffer of what the anticipated testimony would be, that I would ask a question about why not just walk away, or why not, I don't know that I would use the word retreat, but why not just walk away? And that Mr. Anthony would give his answer to that, and that Mr. Worski would be able to ask follow-up questions about that, as long as Mr. Anthony's answer has not opened the door in some way, like, for instance, non-exclusive list. But if he said, I don't.
Did you catch it? Did you catch it? Did you catch it? Okay, cool. I wasn't the only one. All right, wait, hold on. Let's keep going. Wait, let's keep going.
So you mean, hold on, let me just ask real quick. So you mean it's going to come up that, the 15 times would have actually been important that he was asked?
Exactly.
So you mean to tell me all these niggas say he didn't have to retreat, but he still could have been asked, and the jurors would have taken that into consideration?
Yes. All right. Mr. Howard, continue, please.
But if he said, because I don't like to fight or I don't get into fights, then that would clearly open the door to evidence that was to the contrary. But if he said,
your brother sent the super chat, baby. Shout out to the Anger Man with $10. He says, I'm willing to bet the farm there's a connection between Karmelo's girlfriend and Austin. Either Austin talked to her or she said something about Austin to Karmelo that made him jealous. Uh-oh. Baby, didn't you say that? Didn't you say that, baby?
Oh, she hold on. She is Latino, and they like to play both sides of the field.
I got a white bitch. All right, go ahead, baby. My bad. Go ahead, baby.
But if he said, I am just.
Go ahead, baby.
But if he said, I'm just making things. I'm just making things up. They are so big, or I was just really scared in that moment. There were so many of them that wouldn't, by our agreement, again, not the court's ruling, but by our agreement, wouldn't have Mr. Worski go into extraneous based on that. And that's my understanding of that.
Mr. Worski, that is correct. Everything counsel just said is correct. I am hoping he is about to cover seizures and epilepsy.
Wait. Because somebody had told me today that Karmelo Anthony didn't have no epilepsy.
He ain't had epilepsy?
Wait. Before we get to Michael J. Fox, I'm just putting that. I'm putting it together. So because it doesn't make it like niggas was trying to tell. I'm sorry, Negroes was trying to tell me so much that it made absolute sense to not move from an area after being asshole 15 times to do so. And these are the same type of Negroes. These are the same Negroes that good and well you ain't asking twice for someone to get up out of your section. But besides that, like, if he was on some jealous type stuff, like if that was the case, it would make sense why he was so adamant about waiting there until Austin got there.
Good point.
Wait. Oh, you smashing my hoe?
You smashing my bitch?
I'm
you fucking
smash
my
you.
bitch?
Whoa. So, like, did Austin? Okay, was Austin in the tent, or was he? Did he win in the tent after Karmelo?
No. His name is Karmelo. Girl, if you say Karmelo one more time. Yeah. So Karmelo was, baby, if I remember correctly, Karmelo was in the tent and then Austin came in. Yeah. Karmelo was in the tent and then Austin and his brother came in the tent. Yeah.
I know you freaking lying. Oh my God.
He planned it. And look, this is the thing. But wait, Cooley Cat. This is what we all see. And last year, and by the way, for anybody that says, "Oh, you're lying and you're this and you're that and you're this and you're that," but watch this. Wait, watch this. Here's the funny part, right? Here's the funny part, right?
Extra.
Where's that? There it is, right there. So here's the funny part. Here's the funny part about all of it. This live stream where we argue for 3 days straight across 4 different platforms, my platform, Raw's platform, Sharon's 5 different platforms. My platform, Raw's platform, Sharon's platform, Izzy's platform. Hell, even on Angry Man, I think he had a panel about it. I think, if I'm not mistaken, across 5 different platforms, we argued this point. This boy was in that tent for a reason. He didn't just accidentally end up there. Baby, am I right?
Yes. Yep, he was there. He was waiting. He was laying in wait.
Because that's why they got so mad. Hold on, real quick, Cooley, you go real quick. Because they used to get so mad at me and bringing up the point of, listen, nobody's gonna ask me even 3 times to leave the area before I just walk up out of there and get annoyed. Like the fact that he wouldn't leave, which was the obvious thing, and then they were trying to justify, well, it was raining. We saw the footage. It was a drizzle. It wasn't a deluge. It wasn't a downpour. It was none of that. So I asked the question. This one really pissed them off. I asked them, okay, so now that the videos that we see in the video, is that amount of water coming down worth taking a life? Oh, Omni, you crazy. I can't even believe you would ask that. Nigga, what?
Cooley Cat, you said you wanted to say something right quick. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. If I can remember, just give me like, okay. Okay, Karmelo, please don't get mad at me. It's right there. So like, it comes to his girlfriend. So if that's the case, dang it, I forgot. Give me time. Wait. Okay, let me just say something. Yes. Okay, there you go. Okay, so you know the video before he went into the tent, he passed by 2 tents, right? Yeah. And they were bigger than the tent. Mm-hmm. When I saw it, he walked as if he was. It was like a predictable
intentional
notion. Like you know, like you're going to a place and you know exactly where you're going. You know what place to go, and you, whether you know it or not, you just want to go there because you need to go there, because they'll give you shade, they'll give you food, wherever it is, you're going there because you need to go there. So like, it's like, it totally makes sense. And it happens in a total of 10 seconds. He's in there, unless, you know, like 10 seconds, like he was in there and then he was out of there. It makes sense because he wouldn't just be walking there without no reason. Like, oh snap, I'm gonna pull out a knife and just, hurt somebody. No, it was like, because he passed by 2 tents to go to this one tent that is smaller than anyone else. Why?
Yeah, that's what Rob meant when she said
that's the
intentional.
whole point. Intentionally. He intentionally focused on his destination, and his destination was to get to wherever the hell Austin was going to be. And that little cousin of hers that was trying to play the back end, once they got to court, he set that shit up. He was texting him like, hey, yo, the dude is over here. He about to be over here, though. We over here at the tent.
I know you. No.
Yep.
That's why he said that he's not his friend.
That's probably why that one phone.
That's evil. That is evil. That's the death penalty.
Baby, how you put that? Baby, how you put that together?
One moment, please. That's probably how that phone wound up in that garbage can. That was the cousin throwing it away, because first of all, there's all these kids over there. Everything else is going on. That's her family. He know who she dealing with or whatever. She was messing with Austin on the low. He texted Karmelo on the low, like, yo, we about to be over here. You know what I'm saying? They about to come through. Just come through, slide. Keep it on the low though. If this shit go bad, I don't got nothing to do with it. I don't know nothing about it. That's why when they got in the court, that nigga said, nigga, I don't know that nigga. My name is Bennett. I ain't in it. Fuck.
So you saying her cousin, his homeboy, sold him out? He slimed him out?
Evil. Yep, dirty Mac.
Damn. Oh, it's getting good. Hold on.
Learn today.
All right, hold on. We gotta get back to it. All right, so I'm the judge, the court. Baby, you ready to read? Look, Poppy says cat. Poppy, come on, bro. How many arguments you done had with all of us about this? Stop it. At some point in time.
At this point, Poppy Blanco just wants for Karmelo Anthony to be, you know what I'm saying, right, and exactly free. He wanted to be on whatever he wanted to be on. So some people, you know what I'm saying, you got to let them think and believe whatever they want to think and believe. Because even when faced with the obviousness of the truth, they going to choose some other shit just to be a contrarian. At the end of the day, where we at with it?
We are at, I'm at the part where, you at the part where, right here, where he says, yeah, I'm just trying to be very thorough.
Yeah, I'm just trying to be very thorough for the purposes of the record. Now, remind you, I'm going to pause myself right here. He's not trying to be thorough for the purpose of representing his client and putting forth the best defense. He's trying to be thorough for the record so that he doesn't face disbarment for ineffective counsel. Anyway.
Facts. All right. You're doing great. You're doing great. All right, Mr. Howard, continue.
Yeah, I'm just trying to be very thorough. Okay, wait. On epilepsy seizures, yes. So we have reached an agreement that I will not, and Mr. Anthony will not testify to, and I will not ask questions about seizures and or epilepsy, anything of that nature. Again, to the extent that we have made a strategic decision that we are getting, value from that. In enforcing this deal. But that any risk that could open the door in their mind and then subject them to asking for a ruling, then that would be a concern to us. So we have made the strategic decision based on a lot of conversation that is of value to us.
In conversation with your client as well?
Yes, in conversation between ourselves and with our client, all of us in the room, including his parents.
Could you read that last part? Hold on. Could you read that last part one more time? Could you read that statement that Mr. Howard just made, baby?
Yes, in conversations between ourselves and with our client, all of us in the room, including his parents.
So his parents knew that his attorney was fucking him over. Got it. All right, baby. What was you about to say before we continue?
Before we continue, this is why the counsel that is taking care of his case right now, the appeals, they're not actually really focused on the transcript and what happened in the case, right? They're focused on what that interview was that the judge gave. And if you really go through and you pay attention to what, you know what I'm saying, to what they actually put in their appeal, their whole appeal or their recusal, their request for recusal was all based off what happened in that interview, not anything the judge did in the case, because everything is documented well. Michael Howard made sure that he covered his ass.
Yep. All right. Mr. Worth said, in the state's understanding, that would have been offered as to reasonableness of self-defense. But counsel has made a choice pursuant to the agreement not to pursue that. Now, I want to stop right there because this is important. Because, baby, you said that Mike Howard never intended to defend Karmelo Anthony. What was said about you, baby?
I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm stupid. I ain't no lawyer. Meanwhile, the man said it in a public press release, and now you're seeing him say it right here in the transcript. He had no intentions of bringing forth self-defense testimony or an evidentiary strategy. His strategy was to keep Karmelo Anthony's skeletons in the closet. Period.
Because what was Mr. Howard's very next statement after the state just said that Mr. Howard never intended to argue for reasonableness of self-defense? What did Mr. Howard say?
That's correct.
Continue.
Oh my gosh, this is terrible.
Continue.
It would, yeah, the anticipated value of the testimony is that it would be something that it could have been something that was in his mind that led us to his reasonableness of his fear. But I do understand, and we understand strategically that, you know, that is arguably from the state's perspective, getting closer to a line. And because that line is fuzzy and you never know what a person is going to say until the moment, we've made the decision that it's safer to stay away from it.
Pause.
Say something.
Hold on. So you don't believe that your client acted in self-defense. And just to make sure that your client don't fuck up on the stand, you want to protect the fact that your client might lie, or even worse, he might tell the truth. Why did you really stab Austin Metcalf? Why did you bring that knife to the track meet? What happened that morning with these text messages? Did you really fear for your life, or were you just upset because your girlfriend broke up with you and you just wanted to prove to everybody that you're not a bitch ass nigga? Okay, got it. We got more. Let's continue right quick. Go ahead, Coolie Cat, right quick.
Okay, so the transcripts. Okay, it's okay when it comes to Mr. Howard, and what he said was correct, that he did not want to offer a reasonableness of self-defense for Karmelo Anthony. Was his parents in that courtroom and he said it, or
yeah, they was part of the whole strategic planning.
Yeah, his parents knew everything,
including this lawyer not willing to play self-defense argument.
Yes. What did he say? He just said it up here. Hold up. Go back.
Go back.
Hold on.
And then I'm going to say something, and then I'm going to.
Hold on. She just read it. Yeah, I'm just trying to. In a conversation with the client, he says yes. In the conversation between ourselves and with our client, all of us in the room, including his parents.
So you mean to tell me these parents bought a terrible lawyer? Oh my gosh, these parents do not care about their kid.
No.
They bought the lawyer that they wanted to buy. They wanted him out the way.
And on top of the fact that they could have bought a black lawyer, but the black lawyer is like, hey, this is how much, like in the thousands, like maybe lower than 400,000. They're like, nah, we're gonna get this guy. And it's like, if you believe so much that your son's innocent, you at least spend 5-6 of that $600,000. $600,000 for your kid to at least come home less than 10 years. You didn't even do that. Oh my gosh.
Omni set it up here. Where's Omni's comment at?
I'm done. I'm close.
Hold on. I'm looking for Omni's comment where he said, I would clean out every. There it is right there. Omni said, I'm emptying all accounts, liquidating assets, swiping every card, and taking out all the loans to prove my son's innocence. Listen, I've heard some people even go to the extreme. I'll never forget the one time I heard a woman say, if I got to sell some ass to feed my kids, I would. If I heard a woman say, if I got to sell myself to make sure that my kids is good, I would. And when it goes to proving your son's innocence, if you know your son or you strongly believe that your son is innocent, there's not a kilometer in hell that you wouldn't walk through for your son. These people never believed that their son was innocent. They just knew he was a paycheck, the same paycheck that he was given when he was working. Brittany B says, I'm sorry, y'all, but this was all thought out to distract people because basically he was a boy whose feelings got hurt. And here's the thing, and I hate to say this, but more ways than one, y'all have been hearing from a multitude of men over the years, people who I disagree with, people who I agree with, people who I can't stand. When it comes down to males' mental health, no one gives a fuck. I'm just being honest. When it comes down to the mentality, the psyche, the psychological structure that men go through on a daily basis, no one gives a damn. And that's just the truth. And that's not from recent years. It just is what women have been told to suck it up and men have been told to chin up, shoulders back, chest out. No one cares. So let's continue. Baby, you stop. Oh, wait. Anything else, Mr. Worst? No. Okay. The court has some things when y'all are done. I don't believe anything else from the state. Mr. Howard?
You referenced at the beginning, but that the way the knife got there, so.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. So Mr. Worst says, it is my understanding the defendant's story is going to be he grabbed the wrong bag and took it to the track meet. What? Wait a minute. Hold on.
Baby.
There's an argument for that, right?
Hold on. This is what the state is saying. It is my understanding the defendant's story is going to be he grabbed the wrong bag and took it to the track meet. So then why did he reach in the bag for the knife? If that's the story, I have plenty of questions about that, but I don't plan on going into anything historical or character based. Mr. Howard?
Yeah, the idea would be it was in a bag. He grabbed the bag, he took it. At some point at the meet, realizes that it's in there prior to going into the memorial tent. So we're not claiming accident or anything like that. Yes, but that is the terms of our agreement. And so my understanding is that that if we stay within those bounds, the agreement between the parties holds.
Stop. Everything he just said right here, they said it on fucking TikTok a year and a half ago. So you mean to tell me y'all built an argument off of TikTok? Bitch. I don't never want to hear nobody say social media does not have an influence on real fucking life. These niggas took a fucking a TikTok argument.
Right now. Say psych right now. Please say psych right now.
What?
Say something what?
Say psych. Like, psych. Like,
oh.
Girl,
psych.
If that's the case, then we're screwed as a society.
No, it gets worse than that. We're not just screwed as a society. No, everything. You know what? I'm not gonna say that. I just got remonetized. Let's continue.
Keep it pushing.
Yeah, keep it pushing. Yeah, I'm almost just got myself demonetized again. And I like my super chats. As a matter of fact, it's 49 of y'all watching. Make sure y'all send the super chat. Don't let the angry man and the other people who have donated and supported the chat so far. Make sure y'all support the channel. Greatly appreciate y'all. So let's continue.
Sorry, so I'll shut my mouth.
Yeah, you good. All right. So, Mr. Worst, that's the state's agreement, Your Honor. Okay. All right. What else? For the record, we've been talking about this in chambers off the record. We've talked about it in court off the record. I have never seen a case where the attorneys worked together, went over the cross.
The attorneys are not supposed to be working together. Continue.
Hold up. Poppy Blanco says, Cellulite Podcast, you're a terrible YouTube lawyer. Keep your day job, please. Did this nigga just say I'm the worst YouTube lawyer? After you listen to motherfuckers who say that they pray for this boy? The same people who sit up here and say that this boy was innocent? The same people who say that if Karmelo don't get found innocent, that they're going to burn this motherfucker to the ground? Yeah, Poppy, you tripping. You smoking that bad weed, Poppy.
Oh. He gonna say that after everything you said from day one of the crime being committed without having access or being privy to transcripts is literally coming to fruition in front of his eyes. I mean, my God, today, the one lawyer that should quit being a lawyer and get a different day job is Michael Howard.
I just want to recap something I said over a year and a half ago. Before all y'all start getting new and privy to these text messages, I did a live stream on our balcony that overlooks a big ass body of water because you know we live on the hill. I said, hey, Karmelo, you want to tell everybody what you said in those text messages? Hey, Karmelo, you want to tell people what you said in that interrogation room? Hey, Karmelo, who else did you talk to? Hey, Andrew, who did you talk to? Do y'all remember me saying a little something like something came across my desk? Yeah, you're right, Poppy Blanco. I am a terrible YouTube lawyer because I'm not trying to be a YouTube lawyer. But I say what I mean, and I only say what I know. When it comes down to it, y'all just now found out about this. I said this over a year and a half ago. So y'all the ones that's new to it. But anyway, let's continue because Poppy Blanco is not the star of the show. All right, so
Wait. Because you know I'm a petty sidekick. I'm sorry. Oh, you're mad that you came to the party. Like, whoa.
All right. So for the record, we've been talking about this in chambers off the record. We've talked about it in court off the record. I've never seen a case where attorneys worked together, went over the cross-examination. I'm sorry, the direct examination of the defendant with the prosecutor to help ensure that those doors aren't being opened. Really quick, shout out to my guy. Sorry, I don't never want to say your name. Shout out to my guy Malcolm D. Appreciate you for supporting on the cash app. Thank you very much. Also, shout out to Omni. Appreciate you, big brother. He says with $5, didn't Melo say he ball fist punched girls in the face so they defended an abuser of females? Absolutely. They love niggas who beat women. Don't y'all know? There's a nigga in this space that literally dragged the bitch face across the goddamn refrigerator freezer door. And they love this nigga for it. Anyway. Let's continue.
To the window.
The wall. To the sweat drop down my ball. Oh, you need your ball. All right.
Oh, ski.
So,
See, you know
and
what?
although I am mindful of the agreement between the parties, I have told the parties this is already off the record. That puts the court in a little bit of a bind because I am not here to enforce agreements between parties in a criminal case. And to the degree that motions in limine are involved in things like that, I think there is an agreement. If the door has been opened, you are going to approach the court, but the court does not find itself bound by the agreement between the parties. If asked to make a ruling, it will be based on the rules of evidence, and that is all, and has nothing to do with this agreement, although I appreciate it more than you know. You understand that, Mr. Howard?
Yeah, I do, Your Honor.
Mr. Worse, you understand that? Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Howard?
If I may just say one more thing for my client's benefit in this. All right. So I think, Karmelo, that the import of that is in the event that we on the defense team, you and your lawyers, honestly in good faith, believe we have followed the deal and the prosecution has a differing view, as much as we could think that they are wrong or maybe even ridiculous. It wouldn't matter if they feel it's been broken and they approach the judge. The judge is not enforcing this deal, and he would make a ruling based on the law and the law alone, and that would be we would be stuck with it. And I'm not saying this would happen, but no matter how much we disagree with it, because there is no thing as an enforceable deal between the parties in a criminal case like there is in a civil case, that's not this. So this deal is a, gentleman's agreement, which gentlemen's agreements are not enforceable, okay? If we got to that, do you understand that? You have to respond out loud.
Karmelo Anthony says, yes, sir. The court, okay. Are we okay with going to admonishments now? I think it's a good idea. Raise your right hand, Mr. Anthony. The defendant is sworn in. The judge, okay, put your hand down. All right. State your full name for the record. Karmelo Sincere Anthony. Mr. Anthony, you are the defendant in this case. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you understand where we are in this case?
Yes, sir.
Can you explain to me where we are in this case?
Almost to my testimony.
Almost to your testimony. That's right. And so the next thing we are going to do when the jury comes in and ask is the defense to call their next witness. Okay. And so this is the point right now that I'm sure you have talked about for a very, very long time. I want y'all to note it is 1:32 in the afternoon. We have the time highlighted here on the side of the, hold on, I gotta adjust so y'all that's watching on vertical so y'all can see. Right here. We have the time showing on the vertical side to where y'all can see that there is a timestamp on this whole entire this whole entire conversation has been going on for more than an hour, just so y'all know. All right. So let me go back. Let me shift this back over so y'all can see. All right, cool. And so this is the point right now that I'm sure you have talked about for a very, very long time, is whether or not you decide to testify or not. Okay. I am going to explain to you that if you decide not to testify, that fact cannot be held against you at all. And I will specifically instruct the jury that they can't hold that against you at all. Okay. And we talked about it a little bit, and you were there for voir dire, right? But I will tell the jury, hey, listen, the fact that someone testifies can't be used as a fact or circumstance against that defendant for any reason. They can't go back in the jury room and they will be instructed that they can't go, well, he didn't testify, it must be true. They are not allowed to do that, okay? On the flip side, if you do decide to testify, then they can use anything from the moment you walk up to the stand and open your mouth. They can use everything and anything for you, against you, or neutral. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And then you will also understand when you get up on the stand and you are asked questions by your own lawyers, when they are finished, I am going to turn it over to the state to ask what we call cross-examination questions. Okay?
Yes, sir.
And you cannot refuse at that point and say, okay, I'm going to plead the fifth now with the prosecution's questions. You have to answer those same questions just like you did for your own lawyers.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Finally, this is pretty heavy stuff, okay? And the things you have got going on for you is you have got good lawyers and they can make recommendations to you. As I think you should testify. I don't think you should testify, and you will have those conversations, right?
Yes, sir.
But at the end of the day, at the very end of the day, it is your decision and your decision alone to whether or not you are going to testify.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And so I'm going to give you, and I'm going to ask you the ultimate question shortly. But I'm going to let you step out and have this conversation one more time with your attorneys. And you are going to decide whether or not you want to testify and subject yourself to cross-examination by the state. And all of that, I just went over with you, okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, step out with your attorney and we'll talk in just a minute. Go ahead, Mr. Howard.
If we could just have a moment for him to use the restroom.
Sure.
And then get his parents back in there and be able to have a conversation.
Go do it. Recess is in process. We are on the record in the state versus Anthony. Present in the courtroom are counsel for the state, some of them, counsel for the defense, and the defendant. It is my bad. Mr. Worst had to asked to step out, and I forgot I allowed him to. He's supposed to be coming right back. Mr. Howard?
I don't mind holding him accountable, Judge, for being late.
Good luck. Can you tell me what your client's decision is?
Yeah, he's not going to testify.
Okay, thank you. Can he get in? Mr. Worst is now present. Mr. Worst, in your absence, I asked the defense attorney, Mr. Howard, if his client is going to testify or not. They have chosen he is not going to testify. Mr. Worst, not going to testify. Yes, sir. Hey, can y'all come up here? I want to talk to Mr. Anthony real quick. Again, come here. So he didn't just talk to him once, twice. He's talking to him 3 times. So for anybody said, well, he didn't have a choice, he only had 10 minutes. I'm going to backtrack up to this timestamp where he first started talking to Karmelo. Right here. He started talking to Karmelo at 1:31 in the afternoon. Go back down.
1:31.
Right here. At 2:06. So he had 30 minutes. So for everybody that's saying he had 10 minutes to decide, that's a fucking lie. Every last one of you that said that he only had 10 minutes to decide if he was going to testify or not. You're a fucking liar. Each and every last one of you. Now let me continue.
Go eat a dick. Let me stop.
Go eat a dick. All right, so let me continue. Mr. Worst, not going to testify? Yes, sir. Hey, can y'all come up here? Come here. Yes, sir. Okay, Mr. Anthony, we are back. Remember, and so I told you that you can listen to your lawyers and all of that stuff. And I'm sure that they have given you great advice, pros and cons for both. But ultimately, it is your decision. And I know your parents were in there too to help you. What's your decision? Do you want to testify or not? I don't want to testify. So now I want to go back to that bullshit piece of shit ass fucking parents that he had that went on fucking the goddamn what's the goddamn radio show that Charlamagne is on? What's that goddamn Breakfast Club?
Breakfast Club.
When they get an ass interview talking about, yeah, my son didn't have enough time to choose, he wanted to testify. Motherfucker, you was in the room with him having a conversation. Y'all told that boy to shut the fuck up and take his whippings purposefully while y'all collect the paycheck. Fuck y'all.
Wait. So like, did they? Okay. Karmelo went with his lawyers. Was his parents with the lawyers when during that 30 minutes?
Yes.
During the 30 minutes.
Yes.
So,
the whole time.
He practically didn't have a say in what.
No, they told him, I believe his parents told him, shut the fuck up so we can get this money. Because if you get on that stand, we ain't gonna get no more money. That's what I believe.
I don't think it went like that. I think they like made him think that if you don't testify, like, you know, you're gonna have a lesser sentence. Well, especially the lesser sentence, the lesser sentences they have. So it's like, I wouldn't say in your opinion, but they play their cards to where their son practically, you know what, Karmelo is
just say it.
That
just
smart.
say Cooley, just say it. They served him up on the silver platter. They set him up. just say it, baby. They set him up.
But like, what I'm thinking is that Karmelo should at least be aggressive in what he wanted to do.
I mean, he had the opportunity. He had 3 times.
He's 17. Well, he's 19 at this point. But I mean, come on, be for real. Like, this is still a child. what he did was horrible. Right. What he did was horrible, but your brain doesn't develop concrete operational functions until the age of 25. He should have had an ad litem in the situation because his parents were clearly never operating in his best interest.
That's a fact. All right, let's continue. Okay, I appreciate it. Did you think you had ample time to talk to your lawyers about that and got feedback from them? Feedback from your family. You have had enough time to make that decision.
Yes, sir, we did.
Okay, I appreciate it. Y'all have a seat now. Go ahead, Mr. Howard.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So with that, Mr. Howard, when the jury comes back in and I say call your next witness, what's the defense's response?
We'll rest, Your Honor.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. They knew why everybody said, why did the defense rest? Because they knew they was not going to call Karmelo. But the court says, close. All right, let's go off the record and talk to some logistics real quick before I bring anybody in, because I have to instruct the jury on what to do tomorrow. Everyone, please be seated. Thank you. Is the state ready? Green light. Yes, the state is ready. Is the defense ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I will mute you now. Bring the jury in, please. All rise. Everyone be seated, please. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I really appreciate your patience. I know it is kind of tight in the jury room and stuff, and I really appreciate you hanging in there, witness. We're ready to continue. Mr. Howard, please call your next witness.
At this time, the defense rests.
Okay, Ms. Coerce, Your Honor. At this time, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, the state closes its evidence. Mr. Howard?
At this time, the defense closes its evidence.
Thank you, gentlemen. All right, ladies and gentlemen. What that means is you have all heard all of the evidence that you are going to hear in this case. What you haven't heard is the charge of the court, which there are the jury instructions we spoke about before, closing arguments accountable. So what our plan is to dismiss for today, because doing the charge of the court is complicated, and we have to do that too. And I don't want y'all to be sitting around waiting for that. And the next thing is that we're going to start in the morning, because you are going to deliberate all day. And I want to tell you after that today, once your deliberations start, you are going to be sequestered. What that means is you're going to stay in a hotel till you reach a decision, okay? And not until you reach a decision. Let me explain it to you. Anywho, he goes over the hoop dabs and all this, that, and the other. We get to the end of the court, and the court is adjourned, and bam, there's that for the day. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say this really quick because it already is 1:21 in the morning. Let me go ahead and say this to all you Karmelo nut huggers out there. Can I be the one to say this? Let me be the one to say this.
Say it.
Fuck you. Just that simple. Fuck you. Not because I want to be right and I want you to be wrong. I don't mind being wrong. But y'all can't admit that y'all are wrong. And that's the sad part. And the sad part is that when it comes down to it, there's a very big part in all of this that y'all will never be able to understand. And that fact is that everybody came, if anything, the only sadness or empathy that I could have for Karmelo by using my soft skills is that Karmelo's family didn't give a fuck about him, and y'all didn't give a fuck about him. Y'all just wanted to keep y'all grift alive, and any means that could possibly shut down your grift, you didn't let it go. You didn't. But right before I go, there's one more piece of thing I need to prove. Somebody said that after his mother gave a statement that his family was still in the courtroom. Let's see if that actually happened. Hey, Moxie, what's going on? Is there anything you want this jury to know to consider in making a decision of what the right decision is? She says, please have mercy on my son. Mr. Howard, Pass the witness, judge. The court, Mr. Worst. I'm sorry. Go ahead, sir. Cross-examination by Mr. Worst. Ma'am, I just have a few questions for you, okay? Like any mother, I suppose you love your son. Yes. And you realize, of course, regardless of what happens in this trial, you will still get to be a part of your son's life, and he will still get to be a part of your family. You realize that? Yes, I do. Thank you, ma'am. I'll pass the witness. Mr. Howard, no further questions. Okay, ma'am, you may step down. Thank you. Mr. Howard, call your next witness. Judge, ladies and gentlemen, the defense rests. What says the state? The state will close, Your Honor. The defense will close. All right? Have a seat, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. What that means is we just did the entire punishment phase of the case, okay? Like we did before, we are going to take a short break and work on what we call the punishment charge, which is the jury charge that governs the punishment phase of this case. And so please wait there. Do not discuss in advance. I know you deliberated other things. You are not to deliberate with regard of punishment until you have the instructions of the court. Please go with the bailiffs. Now, this is the part that I've been waiting for, because everybody says, Sale, you a motherfucking liar. His family was in the room. Let's find out if his family was in the room. Shanini says they left the room because they already knew what was going to happen. They didn't care to stand there while it happened. Let's see what happened. So I asked Mrs. Braxton to. She was kind of been our scribe for the jury charges to get us a draft. So I'm waiting on a draft for that, okay? And then we'll review that together like we did yesterday and have our formal charge conference and all this, that, and the other. Whoa. Let's get down to here.
Can we read?
Huh?
Can I read?
Hold on. Let me find the part. Let me find the part that I'm looking for. I'm looking for.
I'm so fat. Not that fat, but still.
You didn't have to tell us that, but okay.
Thanks for sharing.
You didn't have to tell us that.
I eat too much. I didn't hit the gym, man.
Let me look for something right quick. Jeff.
Travel down the road and back again.
There it is.
What is true? Got it.
You found it?
Can you highlight, please?
No, I'm saying, did you find it? Because you said there it is, so I'm minding your business. Hell, I'm making sure there ain't no dead air. You're a pal and a confidant. And if you threw a party, invited everyone you knew. You would see
cool.
This gift would be from me, and the card attached would say, "Hurry up and party in the document." Sir, what is you doing over there?
Listen, I'm my bad. Hold on, I'm trying to find the part. Hold on, just give me a
Y'all
second.
getting sleepy yet? Because it's like, come on, brother.
Hey, yo, my mans, look here, cuz. Let me tell you something.
Control F, Control F.
Come on, brother.
I did Control F. Hold on. I'm trying to see if there we go. Here we go. All right. Now I told everybody that his mother and his father left, and the only people that was in the courtroom was his fucking grandmother. Did I not say that, baby?
You did say that. I said it too. If they watched the video, they should have said it too.
Facts. Didn't these motherfuckers tell me I was lying, that his mother and father was there? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I have multiple friends at Memorial. I have been under that tent before, just at the last meet, as you heard from Memorial Kids and the Centennial Kid. And oh wait, as I walk by me, who I think is my friend, Blank calls me over. You know, Blank, who may be the best, clearest example of whether he means to or not, how these Memorial Kids are biased. And I think Blank is very intentional. I think the rest, I understand where they are coming from. They lost a brother. I get it. But Blank was willing to lie about it, even the most insignificant details. I have only met this guy 2 or 3 times. Even to the officer, he called him the kid. But then when showing photo after photo of here's your grandmother with Karmelo, Here's your family with Karmelo. Here's where he is playing basketball with the family. Here's, a double date you went on. And here's you invited to a soccer game. Here is yet another family event. Da 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 da. Picture, 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 picture. And they're in evidence and you can see them. He still says 2 or 3 times. So that guy who you thought was your friend invites you to sit down and you sit down. And you think everything is okay. You are talking. Everything is okay. Cranky weather, huh? And then this guy tells you to leave. You are not sure if he is for real at first, and then he is angry, and then he is more angry, and maybe you mouth off, but you're a 17-year-old dumb kid, and that makes him more angry. And now he's right in front of you. And if you turn your back on him, who knows what happens? Now his twin brother, who is even bigger than him, joins in, and now they are both after you, telling you to leave. People are standing up. Austin stands up. If you don't move, I will beat your ass. Now, multiple centennials or memorial kids said, I also told them to leave. Yeah, me too, me too, me too. So now we have this chorus of people, but it is too late to turn your back because of what's going to happen. I don't know, but you remain seated. You remain seated. And even when Austin stands, you remain seated. Even when Austin threatens to beat your ass, this is in a court. This is in a court document. I just hope y'all know. I'm not
This
just doing this.
Who's saying this?
The person that is
No, I'm serious. Like it's
Mr. Howard. Mr. Howard is saying this. This is his attorney.
Wow, that's a terrible lawyer. Oh my I'm sorry. Like
this is what he's saying.
It was like.
Hold on. Wait. I don't know, but you remain seated. You remain seated. Even when Austin stands, you remain seated. Even when Austin tries to beat your ass, you remain seated. You put your hand in the bag. Now, we heard about provoking. I put my hand in the bag. Every kid who testified saw it as it was clear. A warning, a bluff, back off. Don't come over here. He didn't hide that. He didn't. Hey, man, come on over. No. He showed them his hand in the bag. And when they said, you ain't got nothing in that bag, I do have something in that bag. You heard that from a memorial kid. 1 minute. 1 minute.
1 minute.
Even when we get to touch me and find out, ladies and gentlemen, if I look you in the eye as I repeatedly tell you, don't touch me, I really do have something in this bag, and you say no. You don't, and you start coming towards me, and I say, touch me and find out with my hand in the bag. As I look you in the eye, that is the ultimate warning. It is not a provocation. It is the ultimate back off. The government's case comes down to whether Melo used force. Use of force was legally justified in his shoes during that split second of chaos. So ask yourself, what was going to happen when Austin grabbed him and did the lineman drill with him? Was he going to de-escalate and let him go? Who knows? Is it reasonable to fear that he wouldn't?
He was told 15 times.
Hold on. Is it reasonable to fear that you are going to be this? I don't know. You heard from a bunch of 17 and 16-year-olds and 17 and 18-year-old kids that it's provoking, that it wasn't self-defense. But here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, we have the jury system for a reason. It is your job and your job alone to decide. Those kids are kids that they understandably miss and love their buddy. But you guys, they don't know the law. You guys now know the law. You've been given the law, and you have told us you will follow the law, and that is it. The government must rule out every logical, possible, reasonable doubt, including self-defense. The judge says, wrap it up. Thank you, Your Honor. And I will end with this, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think we're ever going to know exactly what happened under the tent. Even though you have 15 or whatever memorial kids, all of their stories and all of how convoluted it is, even though they all agree it wasn't self-defense and all agree it was provocation, right or wrong, they are 17-year-old kids. We don't ask the descendants, friends, who is right and wrong and make a decision based on that. This is America. We have a jury system and we respect our job. And I ask you to do it and hold the government to its burden and ask yourself that one question. Have they ruled out every logical, possible, reasonable doubt? including self-defense. And I submit to you that they haven't. And I really appreciate your service. Thank you, Mr. Howard. Thank you, Mr. Howard. Now, I want to get down to the, what they call them? Victim impact statements. Ain't that what they call them, baby?
Yes.
Thank you. Impact. IMPACT.
Because you done got a lot of my time today. I'm gonna
All right. As I mentioned to the members of the jury, I'm going to step back there and answer any questions in a period of time while I am out. If we'll get ready for the victim impact statements. And the court, have a seat. We're going. Victim impact statements presented. That's it. Your Honor, the court. All right. Take the defendant. The court is closing at 8:45. State of Texas. Oh, they didn't put the victim impact statements on the court.
Good.
What?
Why? Because it's not necessary to the.
But I wanted the part where Jeff said. I wanted the part if Jeff said, where your family is not here. Oh,
child, I'm gonna beat your ass.
That's sad. That is so sad. All this.
Well, I guess I can't make that claim then.
I need a hero.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I guess I have to apologize to everybody. I lied.
Great.
Oh man.
Apparently, his victim was there. I lied.
Get the fuck on. They seen the video. Do I have to pull the video? Because you know I will. Don't fucking play.
Oh, you mean the video where it clearly shows them leaving the fucking courthouse?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you don't have to pull the video. It's already 1:35 in the morning.
It, bro. It's like these motherfuckers all act like they are being paid directly to keep up the facade, bro. Like you gave them 5 different angles of nigga. This is breaking up the whole narrative that y'all dying on.
Yeah. I'm just sad.
I feel sorry for you, brother, because they did went in all the way in on you, and you're the only one that's on point.
I'm not the only one. I'm just the one. Listen, I'm not the only one who has been speaking about this whole entire thing.
It feel like it, bro, because everybody, the main consistence of this whole situation on the black side is this is our young brother. We need to protect him. We need to give him strength. I don't give a fuck what the side story was. This is my little homie. They don't even know him.
Yeah.
That's because they ain't never had their ass whooped. Really and truly, where's their mama at? Who raised you niggas? You know what?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That speak for you, madam. I mean, Miss Brill. It's just dude got anger issues. He was born in the hood, and the parents, typical. Forgive me, black people. Average Negro in America tolerating criminality, and then they realize, oh snap, the criminality is getting worse. Let's go send our kids somewhere to at least control the violence, and then let's go to a part of a neighborhood where the kids don't act like the same thing, to the point where he come across somebody that was destructive and, well, not destructive, just as aggressive as him, and then that's it. And now with the fact that he did all this over a girl, it's like, and then the potentially, it's like, dang, like this is some Tyler Perry stuff. Like not even Tyler Perry can come up with something like that, man.
Yeah.
But this is some good. Anyways, I hate this. I hate this so
Divided
much.
a whole nation of people over him and some snatch. What?
You don't even know if this little girl even, did with him.
Over some damn snatch.
I'm upset now. I really wanted that testimony to be in there.
First of all, you're doing the most right now. Stop it.
I really wanted that victim testimony to be in there. I'm like,
tell the people good night, honey. Tell the people good night. It's time to go to bed.
Okay, I'll tell the people good night. Good night, everybody. As new details and troubling
Man, he
backgrounds
trying to
for
get some
Austin
snooze,
Metcalf.
man. What the hell you going to bed?
Because there was graffiti by the Metcalfs that they had wrote KKK, kill all the blacks and Hail Hitler, and along with the N-word, was sentenced to 12 months of juvenile.
Is really true?
That was what was reported. You know, there was a bullying assault
Okay,
allegation.
what age?
Girl, we'll talk about this tomorrow during weekend at Willie's. You just heard my wife say that it's time to go to bed, and y'all know what that means. That means that it's time to get my black ass up out of here. So,
okay,
peace.
Okay, do you know
Anybody else
that
creating a live
where's the live stream of me talking about Tyler the Creator? I was looking for it. What happened to it?
Reasons. They got taken down. Reasons.
Okay, understandable. I'm sorry.
Well,
I'm sorry.
The reason.
Hey, are you single?
Uh-oh.
What?
Love.
The K one.
Okay.
Hello? Man, I don't want
Damn, why you left, Cooley?
Cooley, why you leave? That was Love Connection. The Love Boat.
Yeah, nigga.
She dipped on you real quick. Shit. What happened to your son?
Oh, she got the fuck up on it. She said, huh?
That's crazy.
Oh, it's curious.
Oh, she came back. Hold up. Wait, she came back. Hold up.
Okay, y'all paid me the duck off. Oh, come on, did they laugh again? Wait a minute, did I hear anyone? Yeah. So.
Hello.
Hi.
Y'all might as well come back. Ain't nobody saying nothing.
What? I'm literally on live stream on YouTube. So like, are they just running away
We
from me?
saying the move. We saying the move for y'all. We put y'all a nice background track on. Get your Mac on. Get your Mac on.
Wait, I don't get it. I don't get it. No, wait.
Hey, Cooley, he trying to holler at you. Go ahead, Sound. Start your shot.
I'm just gonna put my personal information in the back channel.
Oh,
we can resume back to regular
he said he direct with it.
I don't get it. Right. Guys,
Girl, he said he's gonna give you his number. He said he wants you to holler at him. Holla.
You might as well come right back.
I don't get it. I'm sorry. I'm autistic.
Did you just say you autistic?
Yeah, I'm autistic, man.
Okay, well look, he said, listen,
Okay,
he
never
said
mind.
he put
Back
he,
to regular
he put
programming.
he said he put his contact in the back. He said he wants you to hit him up, right? He trying to see what that's about. Because he want to talk.
Because he want to date you, damn girl.
Damn, girl.
He want to see what that.
Okay, wait, hold on. Cooley cat. Well, he trying to get to know you. Like, come on, he trying to get to know you. Like, what?
This is my fault for being so socializing, man.
Cooley cat, are you in a relationship, Cooley cat?
Yeah, that's a simple question.
Okay, you're not in a relationship. Okay, so are you looking to date or looking to meet new people? It don't even have to be about dating, but just looking to meet new people.
Well, I'm going. Well, I got some.
Just say no.
I got some things.
Say no. We can move on.
You got some things going on.
No, she. This is. This might have to be a broad conversation. This might have to be a conversation for cover because. I'm gonna be quiet.
That man just put himself out there on Front Street for you, Cooley. Like,
but who is this guy? Stabbed him in the heart.
Cooley, he
was trying to get to know you.
But Cooley, he put it. Hey, sounds. Shut the fuck up.
Shh.
Cooley. He put his information in the back. If you want to get to know this man, his information is in the back. You ever seen those movies where the guy be like, "Hey, yo, listen, this is my name, this is my number. If you just want to get to know who I am, holla at me." And he just walk away. That's what Sounds just did. Girl, just take the information down. If you want to holler at him, just be like, hey, so I'm trying to see what's going on. He introduced, and listen, the brother is brave and he got confidence. That's a good show of character. It's up to you, Cooley. With the balls in your court.
Well, who's his name?
Then you gonna find out.
Sound.
Jesus Christ.
Listen, you know what? I saved it for you. You know what? You put her on the spot. And she didn't think about it. So, Cooley, I'm gonna save it for you. That way, if you come next time, you'll be like, you know what? I think I do want to holler at him. You'll be able to. Thank you for joining us today. Have a good night. Take care. Sounds, thank you for making yourself vulnerable in that moment. That was such a sweet extension of yourself. I definitely appreciate you for joining us today on the Cellulite Podcast Show. We will see you later. You have a good night. You take care. Listen, did you have something else you were going to talk about right now? Or you said you want to talk about it tomorrow on Weekend at Willie's? Because we could continue this tomorrow on Weekend at Willie's now. It's 1:45 in the morning now.
All right, y'all. Gotta go to bed. I gotta go to bed.
Jesus.
Gotta go to bed. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all stopping by for another exciting episode, Cellulite Podcast. Shout out to everyone, and shout out to the big sponsor who really put us on the map. Shout out to the OG, the Angry Man, for looking out. Shout out to STW Media. Who else looked out for us? Shout out to Construct, even though he irritated the fuck out of me. Shout out to Tina. Appreciate you, Tina. Shout out to My Cast Brew. Always love you, baby. Greatly appreciate it. You know what to do. And shout out to Brother Omni for coming through. Appreciate you. Shout out to Michael D for hitting the cash app. Y'all already know what it is. I seen 3 man in the chat, but they was in the back and just going back and forth. You know, so my bad. I was doing my thing. Brittany B, you didn't pay your dues this month. So Brittany B.
It's all about the emails.
It's all about the emails. Play the Reading Rainbow to end it. You know what? That's a good idea, baby. Give us the Reading Rainbow and get us up out of here. Appreciate y'all. Bye, y'all. Deuces.
So you have to say like that, and then you know what? That's because I'm too efficient at what I do out this bitch. People just say shit and then they just want to get on the hell on out of here. Like the fuck. Ooh, black people, get on my nerve. Bye, y'all.
Butterfly in the sky, I must be really high. There's a dragon there, I'm a little scared. A reading rainbow.